Mando is back, baby. We're excited to chat with you guys tonight. It's going to be good. Send it, Matt. Dan?
Bring on the Mando.
Being a Mandalorian is not just learning about how to fight. You also have to know how to navigate the galaxy.
Welcome back to another episode of Stay on Target. I'm your host, Dustin. Thanks for being here with us, everybody. Let me just adjust myself. Oh, man.
He's doing that remotely.
Yeah, I did that. I used the force.
Yeah, right.
All right, don't give anything away. I almost said something.
Yeah, don't
Don't say anything. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here with us. I'm your host, Dustin. With me, as always, I have Matt.
Oh, we're jumping to me. Caught me off
Threw it
guard.
off.
Hi. How you
And
doing?
next to him is Dan.
I'm not next to him.
I'm just throwing a monkey
The
wrench
button.
into everything.
I'm excited to be here, though, wherever I am.
And next to him is the fact checker.
I knew you were doing that.
Me
I
too.
knew it.
I was ready.
The fact checker's here. You got any facts for us right off the bat?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. And last but least
But Lisa,
is Nick.
hey. That's all I'm going to say.
Swinging out the gate, right, Nick?
Yeah.
I thought
Punching
you
me
liked
square in the jaw
that. You know what?
of my feelings.
Sometimes you gotta knock you down a few pegs to raise you back up. You know what I'm saying?
That's my job.
Oh yeah. Shoot. Sorry. I'm sure you'll knock me down tonight
Yeah.
at some point.
Yes.
Oh man,
He'll be sure to.
we got lots to get into tonight.
Yeah.
Lots. So we're gonna jump right into it. But first and foremost, we got comments rolling in. Do you guys want to say? You guys want to read off some of these comments as we're going right off the bat?
Yeah, we got Phil J. Woodard said, "Let's go,
Let's
What
go.
up, Bodin hashtag."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got GT Gavin. Hi, what's up, GT Gavin?
What's good?
Carla Hawkins. Good evening.
Good
evening.
evening.
Phil J. This is the way. This
This
is
is
so
the way.
awesome. This is the way. Yeah.
Right?
This is awesome on every level,
Yeah.
and it's definitely the way, especially after tonight's Mando episode.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
It was a
Man.
good week for Star Wars.
Yeah.
It was. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
It was.
I was tired before I watched Star Wars, but now I'm wide
Yeah, there he
wide
goes. He passed
awake.
out.
Wide
He's a
awake.
goner.
Seriously.
Oh, man.
Oh man, yeah. All right, let's get into this.
Yeah.
You got anything, Nick?
Just itching my lip.
We're gonna do a quick icebreaker.
Icebreaker.
I saw.
Isobreaker.
Actually, the icebreaker. Well, not the icebreaker. We are gonna put up a poll.
Yes.
And I think we here are gonna answer this question right now. But icebreaker for tonight is: which do you prefer, Dinbo, Bodin, or
Debo?
We're gonna be putting up what is it called?
A poll.
A poll.
You
for
literally
everybody.
just said it
I
like
did
20
just say
seconds
it.
ago.
Don't worry about it. All right, we're just gonna answer that right now. If you want to answer in the comments, you can too, but don't forget to go over to our poll and answer there.
Yeah.
What do you guys say? I want to know.
I'm going to say Dinbo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
How
going
can
to say
you go
that
wrong?
Debo sounds too much like Devo, and nobody wants to remember that band.
That's a band,
I don't
Yeah,
know what you're
it's an
talking about.
80s band.
is it? What are they?
Il
what are they-
Sing that
Devo,
song, Whip It.
Wasn't it Il?
Whip It Good.
Whip it good. Okay,
Yeah.
It was Il Devo, right?
I think it was Devo.
Maybe it was both.
Was it?
I've heard it both ways.
I've heard it.
Maybe
both
it's
ways. You
two
have not
separate
heard it both
bands,
ways.
and I'm thinking of it as the same
I
thing. It
know there's
doesn't
Bell
really
Biv
matter.
DeVoe. Is that what you
Are
mean?
you talking about the Flims defer?
the Flim Niz defer.
Name that reference. Ooh,
Yes.
you get a Wookiee cookie.
Yeah, and Bodin sounds like a Norse god, so I'm going Dinbo.
Yeah.
All right.
Dinbo is just.
Yeah, Matt, give us your thoughts.
It's the one. This is the way.
This
Dinbo.
is the way. Dinbo is the
Dinbo.
way.
Yeah.
It sounds like Dumbo though.
That's why I like it.
I know, but I like that too. Dumbo, Dinbo's here, everybody.
Dimbo.
Dumbo the elephant.
All right, Dan, what do you think?
I also like Dinbo, but people are starting to sway me in the comments. We got a lot of Bodin votes out there.
Yeah.
Phil likes Bodin. He's a pleasure to be here after witnessing that neatly set up episode.
Yes. Oh, it was great.
Bodin, but I mean, I like Dinbo. I don't mind Debo. That's kind of cool. But I know it reminds you of whatever band that
Devo.
was. But
Debo.
either way, as long as it's Bo-Katan and Din Djarin and they get together at some point, that's all that matters.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, this is
Absolutely.
The way.
This
This
is
is
the
the way.
What about you, fact checker? What you liking the most?
I like
Amiga.
Dinbo. I've liked it from the beginning.
You like
Yeah.
Dinbo from the beginning?
Yeah.
That's just
Dinbo.
You heard it
that's
here.
where we started.
We was it?
I
Yeah.
Did you
I
start
feel
a
like
fact
it
checker?
was.
Yes.
You can claim that.
Yes.
Claim it.
Absolutely.
That's
Copyright.
correct.
Trademark.
Yes. Fact check true.
About
Yeah,
12
fact-
months ago.
Fact
Yeah.
check, true. Yeah, Dimbo's good. It just sounds like Dumbo, and I like it.
Dimbo.
But I like some of the other ones though. The other ones are good. I'm not against them per se, and if
Yeah.
you like them,
You know
all
what
the
they
more
say.
to you. Do we got any other comments about what they're saying, what they like in the comment section?
Let's see. Eddie says Dinbo looked like proud parents. Oh, talking about the episode. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We don't
We
want
won't
to spoil
spoil that
anything
just yet,
We're
but,
not gonna spoil anything just
Is
yet.
Dinbo the first ship name created?
Maybe.
I think
I,
so.
I think that's what we were talking about.
I think so.
That's
Yeah.
the first one we
Yeah.
ever said.
We
Yeah.
coined it.
yeah.
Obviously.
We're
gonna- yeah,
If we weren't the first, we were pretty
Original
close.
content
We're pretty
right
close.
here.
We
Yeah.
were there.
You can
If
go back.
Look at the shorts history.
Check it out.
because it was we dropped it. Quick.
yes.
The
Maybe
history
the
of
first
shorts.
episode, but yes, they did. Eddie, super proud. Hey, so
Yeah.
somebody's proud of us. Maybe we dropped it. Oh, he's talking about the.
Yeah,
somebody-
he's talking
He's talking about the
He ain't
episode.
talking about us. Ain't nobody
Take
proud of
credit.
us.
Yeah.
We're proud of
Fact checking.
ourselves.
Yeah.
General Grievous. Hello
19.
there.
Hello.
Hello
We got
there.
General Grievous 19 on. So
General
Yes,
Kenobi.
There he is.
You
What do you
are
think?
a
What do you
boy.
think,
Arch
Grievous? Do you think Bodin,
nemesis.
Dinbo, or Debo, or another option?
Debo.
Proud parents.
Debo to me sounds like something from Wall-E though, for some reason.
Right,
Like a
yeah.
different droid or something.
Well, there's 8DO. Wasn't that from something?
8DO.
That was from the
8DO?
sequel trilogy.
Was it?
There's
Oh,
3DO.
was it?
That's a gaming console.
I think
3DO.
8DO or something like
Was
that.
that the little one from Rise of Skywalker?
I think so.
I think it was that little green
Oh,
one. or
Dio.
whatever.
Yeah, it was just Dio.
Dio. It was just
Dio?
Dio.
Okay.
So it kind of sounds like that. Debo.
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 All right, can we just get
Yeah,
into
let's
this
keep
right
moving
now?
on.
Let's go.
All right. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for being with us. If you haven't yet, like, comment, subscribe. And if you do comment, we are going to comment back. We appreciate everybody who's been out there commenting,
Yeah.
getting people to share our content with us or with others. With us, we know what our content does.
Yeah, right. Share our own content with us,
And thank you
please.
everybody who's been subscribing. We're trying to get to 1,000 as quickly as possible, and we know everybody out there is helping us out with that. So thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate everyone out
Really, it wouldn't be possible without you guys.
there. It literally would not.
Whoa, those are big words coming
Yeah.
from Nick.
Also, I hate you all.
Yeah. All right. I like you. Nick doesn't like you. Matt's
Okay,
on the fence.
I hate everybody, but I hate you guys a little less.
That's high praise coming from Nick.
That is the
That's
best
the
I
best
can
you
do.
can get.
That is the best.
Yeah.
He likes you guys more than he likes us.
Yes,
It's true.
only a smidge.
Just a smidge.
It's
a
all.
smidge.
It's
He
all
still
that
doesn't
matters.
really
though.
like you. It's more.
I don't even like you guys.
He sits
Oh.
next to us.
I
On that-
tolerate you.
On that bombshell, I think we should get right into the non-spoiler section of The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 4, The Foundling.
The phone.
The Foundling, baby. That sounded weird. Let's
Yeah.
get into it.
Yeah.
So,
Take us
hit
away
us
from
with
this place.
some cold hard facts, Dan. I think you got a lot to talk about on this one. I can sense it.
I think I do, but it was an amazing episode. We were smiling from ear to ear at the beginning of this and to the
Yes.
end.
Yes,
We laughed a few times. We didn't cry, but
we could have.
we could have. We were we paused and rewound.
We did do
Multiple times.
For those of you who don't know, we actually just watched the episode before we went to the stream.
Yeah.
That's how we do it at Stay on Target.
Got to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Keep it fresh.
fresh,
so
fresh.
we don't have a lot of time to process, but
No.
we come right off the excitement of what we just saw
It's-
as a team here.
It's raw emotion.
Raw.
So that's all I got for now.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Nick?
Oh man, this episode, even the Bad Batch episode was good.
Yeah.
It was like I said, it was a good week for Star Wars.
It was a really good week.
It was just so on point. Like there wasn't a part where there was a lull in the episode, and I was like, "This is what Star Wars should be all the time."
Yeah.
And it was so much better than last week's episode.
Yeah.
Let me just say that, and I think everybody else will agree.
Agreed. Are you talking about Bad Batch? Or are you talking about?
I'm talking about Mando.
Okay, sorry. I was just trying to clarify.
Bad Batch.
No,
yeah,
we'll talk about
even
that
Bad
later,
Batch was
but-
better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
normally
yeah.
how
Weeks.
it goes, though.
All right, Matt, give me some cons of this episode.
Cons. Okay.
I just threw you under the bus
Right.
there.
I don't.
Were there
mean,
any cons? Could you
I
point
feel
out
like
any
we
cons?
nitpick some stuff, but really cons.
You can't really spoil it.
Right, and that makes it even harder.
I
so
know.
Yeah. I don't know why you
I
set
don't-
them up to fail every single
I
time.
love doing
Every
this, Dan.
time the camera goes to me, it's just
Yeah, so Matt, you
failure.
like torture,
Wait-
huh?
just waiting
Those are
for
the
my
greatest moments.
demise.
Yeah.
All right, give me
But-
some highlights without spoiling
Well,
anything. if you
action.
could.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good
Action, Matt.
action, little fight scenes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And just I mean, well, I guess I can't spoil that, but just the story continues. It picks. I mean, yeah. So,
It picks up.
yeah.
I'll expand
yeah,
on what
yeah,
you're
you
thinking.
expand.
I'm
I'm not good with words.
I'll
That's
expand.
okay. No. To sum up in some ways for this episode, non-spoilers, there was a lot of action. It was a short episode, but
Right.
they packed a lot in, which I
Yeah.
think we can all agree that that's way better than last week.
Right.
Drawing it out, not so good.
Right.
Compacting it and making it like full of like meat that you could sink your teeth into. That was
Right.
like, it was good. We progressed the story some. We learned more about certain characters.
Some questions were answered.
We had a big reveal that
Yes.
I did
oh
not
my
see
gosh.
coming.
Nobody saw it coming.
Dude,
Yeah.
I loved that reveal.
Right.
And we will get into that in spoilers. I loved it. Do not spoil it in the comment section, just in case for now.
Yeah.
Please. But yes, we got a lot. That was awesome. And then I thought at one point they were going to cut away and we weren't going to get a certain sequence
Yeah.
that we
Right.
got at the end. And I'm
Right.
really glad that they followed through.
Mm-hmm.
We had Dave Filoni wrote this episode or co-wrote. It was either wrote or co-wrote. But then we had I always forget his name.
Carl Weathers.
Carl.
Come on,
Carl.
I
man.
don't know how I forget every time. We talk about it right before.
Yeah.
But Carl Weathers, he directed this episode and
Yeah.
that was awesome.
And it subverted our
Slow clap.
expectations in a
Oh
good
yeah,
way.
we got to do the clank.
Oh, yeah.
Clank,
yeah.
clank,
Oh, wait,
clank.
that's
It's not
spoilers,
really a
Martha.
spoiler.
Spoilers.
It's
Shoot.
not
Come on,
really.
man, you
Come
ruined
on. No, they'll get it once they watch the episode.
They'll get it once they watch. See, now you've confirmed that
Now
it's in
you
the
confirmed
episode.
that was from
You're making
the
it
episode.
worse.
There's a part of the episode where they do this.
That could have just been the
Yeah.
Black
Their
Panther.
arms.
They clap, but with their
Forearms?
Forearms, yeah.
It's a manly armor clap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
it is.
Ching, 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 ching. Like how like men grasp. Let's show them. Yes, it has been many moons, my friend. That's how you.
That's how they do it.
I don't
Not
think you're
that
supposed to
last
touch
part,
their
but-
face.
No.
It's a little intimate.
Yeah.
Dinbo.
Dinbo.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
but
man.
pros of this episode really were action packed. It
Yep.
was full of action. It was go, go, go. This whole episode. There was like only moments here and there, but it was fun and it was awesome. It was great the spectacle was there for
Yeah,
sure.
it was.
And the only con, if I had to pick a con quickly in the non-spoiler section, is some things don't make sense about the sects that we're with in this
creed.
episode. That they're not very good at
Oh.
certain things.
Right.
Yeah.
Certain
is a
things
con.
just don't make a whole bunch of sense, and you're like, man, if you guys need to tighten up.
You
Okay.
Tighten up. Tighten up.
Apparently, you aren't very good at certain things. So
Right.
those, without spoiling it.
Yeah.
But it was still fun to see. You got to have it. Kind of sets it up to give them something to do, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the only con I'd say for this episode. But other than that, you guys got anything else?
No.
What about in the chat? Do we got anything in chat for non-spoilers?
We got some
If you
stew.
see any, if I miss anything, fact
Catch up.
check or fill me in. But
Yeah, we're monitoring as much as we can. So
I-
we apologize if we miss anything.
and I'm not very good at reading, so
Yeah.
I
great
never
at
passed.
reading.
somebody
Never
did say if
passed
Bodin
it.
becomes real. Phil said if Bodin becomes real, you'll get loads of subs.
Yeah, we
Loads
hope so.
loads of
Oh,
subs.
dude, I hope so.
Yeah, before that, General Grievous said, "May the force be with you all."
Yes, yes.
May the force be with you.
Appreciate it.
Yes,
That's
may
right.
the force be
And
with you.
then Phil also said, "Thank God this episode didn't drag
Oh,
on." Which,
right?
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
Not a spoiler.
Cram packed in 32 minutes, and it was good.
It was good.
It was good.
Cram packed.
Uh,
Spam packed.
General Kenobi.
What's
Apologies, sorry.
Mando OFC? What does that mean again? OFC.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of
Yes,
course.
you're talking about Mando, not Bad Batch, I think.
Yeah.
JQ. So would you say that is this a spoiler?
That's spoiler.
All right.
yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll get back to it.
Hey, wait, let's just go on the spoilers right
Yeah,
now.
let's just get into
Yeah,
the
let's
spoilers.
hop
Let's
into
jump
it.
I think people
Spoilers.
are hyped to get into it. So let's
Yeah.
just do it.
Just started with that comment.
All right. Wait.
I like Sile
But-
Simpson's con though for this. It's not spoiler. Forced incompetence
Yes.
for the plot.
Very good point.
Good
Yeah.
job, Simpson.
Forced
Good seeing you.
It's like plot incompetence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
a bit- Island Punch Productions. I wish it was a bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fine.
No, for sure.
Yeah. If we're gonna,
Absolutely.
But it was better than
Yeah.
last week's. How
It was-
long that was. So
This should have been last week's and more content.
yeah,
Right.
for sure. If you're gonna give us this kind of content, go for 2 hours.
Go for gold, man.
Go for gold.
Get
man.
that
That's gotta get
gold.
expensive though. I mean, really, when you think
Well,
about
I mean,
it.
I
yeah,
mean,
it's
it's a short
gold.
movie.
But you know,
At that point,
in some ways though, they cut out all the fluff. That's
Yeah.
good though.
Yeah.
They just made it succinct,
Mhm.
and we're into it. All right. And speaking of getting into it, we're gonna get into these spoilers. So if you haven't
it.
seen this week's episode, we're gonna give you a countdown here, and then we're gonna spoil everything. You have
Mhm.
been warned. This is the way. I have spoken.
Yeah.
General Kenobi. All right.
I love that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Everybody died.
Everybody died.
that's,
I mean, almost.
Oh, yeah.
might as well how incompetent they were.
Right?
Yeah, forced incompetence.
Wow. For a name like a, section of Mandalorians called Death Watch or The Watch, they don't really watch out for themselves.
Yeah, right. Man, what planet
Oh.
did they go to? Like prehistoric, like
Right? They're like, oh.
Let's pick the most
It
dangerous
sounds like
planet.
we're ripping it
Yeah.
apart right now.
And then they were like, we're just going to revert to cavemen now.
Yeah.
It does. It does in some ways remind me of the Rebels in like Clone Wars and Rebels.
Yeah.
They kept planet hopping to find a place that they would be safe from the Empire.
That's a good
Right.
point.
To
Every
no
planet
avail.
that they went to had some or multiple creatures that
Right.
were always destroying the
Like,
base.
right.
Huh, I wonder why this planet isn't occupied. Oh, I
Oh.
found
We
out.
found out.
Found out real quick.
Especially the planet with the Bendu.
I am the
Oh,
Bendu.
yeah.
Because there were
all
those things that were
like
always
spider
trying to-
crab creatures
Yeah,
that
them-
always showing up.
Them thingies.
A little bit reminded me of that, and we got a little payoff at the end. But we're in spoilers now, so we can talk
We
about
can
that.
say it
Maybe
all.
that's
Crocodile.
what. Maybe that's what those little baby ones were. Were the little, the
Like,
little,
those-
the,
same
the tiny
spider
spider
crabs.
Spider crabs.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's probably it.
It's a through line in Star Wars.
It's the same planet.
It is. It's like the spider ones. There was in Man. They were the ice ones.
Yeah.
They have different. It's the last.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the last Airbender version of
Yep.
the spider crabs.
With-
Right.
What's his
Earth,
name?
wind, fire,
Spider crabs.
spider crabs.
Callus. That's his name.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that was
Yep.
cool though. I liked the creature though. Really enjoyed the creature in this week's episode. The
Yeah.
dragon thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't really a
Pterodactyl?
dragon, but yeah, it was like a
Or
pterodactyl
I feel
dragon.
like.
I have no idea.
I wonder what the name of it. Have they named that fact checker?
Carl.
Carl.
Give it to us, Carl.
Come on, Carl, fly away.
Fly away.
Take me
I'm
to
sure we
your
got
nest.
a lot. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, not everything is named Carl.
Yeah, not
Why not though?
Carl.
Why not?
Yeah, if you were tuning into
It's the perfect name.
if you were tuning into yesterday's live stream, we were trying to name the mythosaur. So,
Yeah.
And then we've been told it can't be Carl for whatever reason.
for whatever reason, we think Carl's pretty good.
Right.
But
it is a good name.
It's not the
Oh,
one.
It's
believe.
Carl Weathers. You don't want to.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, but see, that's just
Carl.
attributing
That's just
to his
tribute.
greatness.
Yes, it was great.
I would love to
Yeah.
be named after a mythosaur.
It was named. Oh, that's funny. Okay, Matt the mythosaur. We're gonna name him Matt now.
Mythosaur Matt.
Matt's okay with it.
You guys want me to read some of these comments?
give
as
us
we're
some of these
talking
comments.
non-spoiler?
Yeah,
'Cause it's
let's
gonna-
just because it's all.
going to inform. They're helping us with the thing. So JQ earlier said, so would you say that Bo-Katan and Grogu are enjoying themselves adapting the creed?
Yeah.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
how well Bo-Katan is kind of
Taking-
adapting
handling
to it
it?
and handling to it. She seems to be welcoming it.
Right. Well, and like we said last week, it's kind of like she's lost right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think she needs a change of pace.
she really needed this.
Yeah. She really needed a win.
right
She
now.
really needed to win. I think she just needed something that she could believe in again.
Right.
Because she really had nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
so this is at least better than nothing.
Yeah.
And these people are at least trying to move forward.
Yeah,
Whereas
exactly.
she's stuck in the
Right.
past in a
Yep.
lot of ways. So, and then some interesting things have happened ever since she's kind of followed along or joined. So,
In some ways, also the "this is the way" mantra
Mhm.
is just like accept it and move on.
Yep.
yeah.
Whereas Bo-Katan's like, my father this,
My
people
father
this.
that.
It's interesting.
She's always going back and remembering, like you said,
Right.
and she's been sulking. Usually
Yeah.
people that focus too much on the past end up depressed, right? Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I don't know. I've heard that, but anyway, the way the children of the watch, this is the way. Done. Move on.
Yep.
It's a clean cut, and you just go get him. Like they didn't freak out going to get that kid.
Right.
They're like, he'll be fine in his stomach for a day.
Right. Yeah. That
Part of the learning process.
that part was kind of goofy for me.
He shouldn't have been standing where he was standing.
Yeah. Right.
I know.
Like-
It's like if we've learned anything from the show so far, do not
Yeah.
stand close to the edge of the water
Also,
by yourself.
That's where bad things
Watch.
happen.
your kids.
Watch the watch. Yeah,
Yeah.
watch your kids. Children of the watch.
I mean,
I
they
feel like
literally
you're missing the whole concept here.
yeah, seriously.
they accept it as part of the forging process, though. As I think as
Right.
the armorer was saying, it's like you're going to make mistakes. You
Yeah.
might die.
Well,
but
and
it's
then
part of the process.
yeah, and then Paz was like, "Oh, this always happens. He always gets
Yeah,
away." It's
it
like,
is.
how many times has this happened,
yeah,
Paz?
and
It's
that's
like-
the negative. We're kind of jumping to the negative
Yeah.
a whole bunch here.
Paz
But
is like,
yes.
that's
But
my
that's
fourth
like the
kid
only
this
negative.
week.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's
How many
like,
kids
"Dang
do you
it."
have,
Man, we
Paz?
are
I have
just
to-
feeding children to this beast.
Yeah, what are you guys doing? Do you have like an early warning detection system?
Right.
Like some like tripwire set up somewhere to give you a heads
Apparently
I
not.
really wish they wouldn't have added that part in to make him look so stupid.
Right. Well, and-
Because if it's happened so many times,
up? Stay
what's
indoors.
the definition of
insanity?
Insanity.
Doing the same thing
Repeat-
over and over again,
again.
Expecting a different result.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's them.
You kind
It
of
also-
insane there, the watch.
It also was a hook at the end that they kept the babies
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
pets.
Yeah.
But
that was
currently in the baby's stomachs are probably the digestion
Right.
fluids of their
The
people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dark. I did
Oh.
not think of that.
Because where was the mom was feeding him to the kids,
Yeah.
not eating it itself.
ugh.
Technically,
So
So technically,
isn't that
yeah,
kind of weird?
that's-
So those
that's
things
dark.
ate the other foundlings.
Well, that's why they
And they're like,
accepted them as foundlings.
this is the
though.
way.
this is
They're
the
like,
way.
hey,
I mean,
You got
transitive
foundlings
property.
inside of you.
So now those that's why they call. She said 3 new foundlings
Oh my god.
because
wow.
technically part of the foundlings
They're
are
inside
them.
them.
Wow. Well, that's dark.
Yeah.
But
They got their armor inside them too.
Right.
They're protected from the inside out.
they can't dissolve
Serious-
that. So.
Maybe
No.
they're hoping they'll get the armor back.
Yeah.
In
Yeah, that's
digestion.
why they
Later.
kept them.
Unless those are bait for the bigger fish.
Right.
Or
There's
probably
always
not.
a
The
bigger
bigger
fish.
fish.
Yeah.
Well,
Channel our inner Qui-Gon.
that was awesome. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was probably the only negative.
Yeah.
Kind of what Sayo Sin said, the
complete
forced-
incompetence.
forced incompetence for the plot. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, a bit longer for sure. Just running through some of these. Mandalorians are Star Wars Targaryens. Yes.
Yeah.
From Game of
Yep.
Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
I
gonna
like
say
that
I'm
they're
not sure
doing
what
that.
this is.
Sayo Sin also said all these dragons.
All these
It
dragons.
it makes
All
sense.
these
It kind of follows along.
Right.
And Din is also he played in Game of Thrones as well. I forget his name.
Oh,
in
there you
that.
go.
I didn't
Did
actually
he?
watch Game of Thrones.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
He
Pedro
did?
Pas- yeah, he was in Game of Thrones. Pedro Pascal.
Hmm.
Yes.
Who
he
knew?
was. He twas.
We,
Also, Phil Junior. Do you want to go? You can go.
No.
I'm kind of taking.
he said he was mentioning Rebels season 3 is underrated.
Yeah.
'Cause we were
Rebels, all
referencing that
seasons are
with
great.
animals and
Right.
creatures. I agree.
Definitely.
Rebels
Yeah,
season
the
3 is
wolves or whatever.
unbelievable, and season 4 is just out of this world. That show.
all
is-
the seasons are really pretty good.
Oh.
Right.
Phil Junior also says Mathosaur.
Mathosaur.
Mathosaur. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Din is the key to her future. Ooh, yes.
The key.
For sure.
Unlock the key. I liked. Okay, going back to this episode. I'll let you answer this one because it was hilarious. This is the question. They answered the question that you kept.
Oh
asking
yeah,
about.
yeah. It was the how do they eat in front of other people? And they literally answered that question by saying when they're in the hunting party, they're like, "Oh, you don't eat in front of people. You just go find a spot by yourself and remove your helmet."
Yeah.
And I'm like, how backwards is that? Like literally, just what? Like
I guess
what
we
are-
got another
The
con
rules
here.
are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make any sense. Why are you wearing your helmets to begin with if you can go,
It's not like they
take it off,
It's not like they haven't had thousands of years to figure this out.
right?
Well, I think this is a semi-new version.
Cult?
Yeah. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it's definitely a different
They
sect
didn't eat
because
before.
the
They didn't eat before this. That's why they died out
It
so
was.
quick.
It was actually they sipped it through a straw.
They could do
Just
that.
need straws.
It's like the creed. They have the rules, right? Like the 10 Commandments. They're like, when it's time to eat, you will go in the other room.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like,
Remove yourself.
Okay, why? Nobody knows.
It was interesting that she was honored as the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Hunting party leader.
Leading.
I thought there was going to be a little more friction, but man, this is the way. Is like,
Right?
yeah, you forget
They-
everything else.
yeah, I
You're
mean,
now one of us.
I think she's
One of
surprised
us.
on how accepting they are too.
Right.
How quick they were to just say you were in the living waters. You haven't taken your helmet off. You're back in the clan.
Yeah, right. You're in the clan.
You are in the clan now.
But
One
also,
of us.
you got to wonder if she still has ulterior motives.
Mm.
You know,
She might use them as they will maybe use her.
yes.
But like, would you
Using.
really want to cross all of them?
No.
I mean, as incompetent as they are,
Just send a
it
dragon
wouldn't be
or
that
something.
hard.
Well, if she gets the mythosaur, they're screwed.
That's
yeah,
true.
exactly.
And,
True.
and the
And
dark
she's-
saber.
And the dark
Right,
saber, yeah.
Sio-Sin laughed. He said he laughed so hard when they all shuffled away from the fire to eat and just showed Bo awkward as heck. by
Right.
the fire.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
like, I don't know what to
it
do
was like
now.
what?
Tactically, that makes no sense.
It doesn't.
That's the thing. I was
Yeah,
like,
you're all separated.
You're
yeah,
on a
I was
mission.
like, that'd be so easy for any enemy to pick
Yeah,
you
pick
all
off.
off
I
one
literally-
by one.
right,
Just
literally-
wait till
boom,
they
boom.
eat, then you can kill them all.
Yeah,
It's
I
easy.
literally had that thought. I was like,
They don't have their
dude,
helmets
what
on.
if another one gets picked off?
Yeah.
Like while they're
It shows
doing
back
this,
up.
it's like, ah, and
Right,
they're
they have
like,
the fire right
Hey,
at the
look.
bottom of the thing.
hey, look,
And
there
wha-
goes Jimmy.
Part of
Ah, Jimmy, Jimmy, no.
Oh, is that what he looks like? Oh, take him.
Yeah, right. Ugh.
that's what I was saying. I'm like, what if somebody like peeks around the corner,
Right.
you know, because she's allowed to
I
take
saw
her
the
helmet
back
off.
of his head.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, are you done eating? Can I
Right.
come back in now?
He's like,
Shield your eyes, woman.
You take forever to eat, Bo. We're
Oh my
freezing out
God.
here.
Sinner.
Yeah, can we come back to the fire?
Right. Yeah. Like, how did they know? Did they just sense it, or do they call each other on their?
They don't have their
Walkie-talkies
helmets on.
that-
That's
they
why
don't
they
have-
leave it out of the show, so
Yeah.
they don't have to explain.
Well, they answered questions, but they also created
Created
more.
a ton
Because
more
it's
questions.
probably extremely awkward the way they do it.
Yeah.
The other question that Sio-Sin said was also Paz, this is what we were wondering, has a kid. I
Yeah.
wonder if it's his actual kid or a foundling.
Right.
We asked the same question.
Yeah.
It feels like his actual kid.
Yeah.
It does feel like that.
The emotion he had
Yeah.
towards him.
Especially for the line of the Vizslas,
Yeah.
the Vizsla
Yeah.
clan. It seems like that would be passed down through like blood.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess a foundling though. If once you're a foundling, you're a foundling. That's is like your
Right.
kid though too. So it could be.
Did he just go, like, find all the foundlings and he's like, you're my son,
You my son.
You, my son, you come now.
What was his name again? It was
Ragnar.
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 Dang. Going
Speaking of
some-
Norse gods.
Yeah,
Right.
seriously.
It's How to Train Your
Bodin.
Dragon is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really did.
Exactly.
the-
Especially
with
with the
jetpacks.
end with the whole, these dragons are foundlings now. Because the foundlings are inside of them.
Oh no.
Real
Not
dark.
Again, not that again.
Well, and
Why are
she
we
even
bringing it
wears
back
the
to this?
animal fur armor
yeah.
Yeah.
people. It's interesting.
Oh,
They're going to
my
tame
goodness.
those things. Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
they're always taming things.
They are taming. And the other thing too is like they were flying along, chasing it with their jetpacks, and then all of them ran out of fuel. Like
Yeah.
literally, I was
Oh,
like,
this
"How
always
much
happens."
fuel do they have?" And then they
Right.
dropped.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "This has happened so many times." You think Dan would have been like, "Seriously?"
Seriously? Like, why don't you guys chase it with ships?
Yeah, and then
I'm surprised he didn't do that.
And then we see Bo-Katan go
yeah,
flying.
it's like,
by.
oh, she's so much smarter than
I
us.
mean, he could have
we
done the same
caveman.
thing. Yeah.
She evolved.
She's a smart woman.
Smart woman.
Hey, Phil, I'm wondering what you said. He said exactly. Phil was wondering the same thing, if it was his blood son or foundling. And then he said that might be a sign of Din and Bo's relationship. What were you referring to in that with the relationship? Bring it back up. You probably mentioned it when we were
Yeah,
saying
we-
something,
yeah,
but we
we
missed
said-
it. So
Saying something.
remind me. And season 1, Din is alone eating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I get, yeah.
So
I
it
get
does
kinda
that.
happen
makes sense.
before.
Kinda
But he
makes
does
sense.
take a drink in episode 2 with her looking.
But he
much
just
looking at
kind of pulled it up.
Yeah, like
yeah,
you
but
can't
that-
really
you
see
could
his
do the
face.
same thing for eating, couldn't you?
Yeah, but
Right.
it's uncomfortable.
You spill
It's
it
so
all over
much
your
easier
armor.
to take your helmet off.
You take your helmet off, all these crumbs just fall out of your beard. Like, oh no.
Oh no!
All right,
Yeah.
Dustin, show us how it works.
Show us how it's done.
something to eat.
Where's
It's
your
right in
Where's your
front-
water
Oh,
bottle?
I have nothing
Oh.
to eat. She's chucking a
Chuck
raisin
it.
at you.
Throw that raisin.
A raisin. Or maybe a cranberry.
Oh.
Look at that. Look at that throw.
Don't show your
Look at
face.
that.
Don't show your face.
You can't find the other thing. Those are like
See?
sealed to their
Yeah.
them.
they-
So like
they have like coverings.
so like
You could do it.
Oh my gosh. You're no longer a Mandalorian by creed.
I must bathe in the waters.
There you go.
That's next week's episode. Oh, the living waters. Thank you.
Couldn't you just carry some of that?
Right.
You know, certain
With you.
baptisms.
Right.
Certain
Dang it.
baptisms.
Oh
are-
darn! I took it
I
off.
took my helmet off again.
Certain,
I'm done.
certain baptisms are full immersion.
It's
and
probably
some are
frowned
sprinkle.
upon. It's
You can
probably
sprinkle.
frowned upon.
Then you need the
Right.
priest Mando coming along, just spraying people with water.
That's the mythosaur.
Oh yeah, the mythosaur's gotta come on.
He's the mythosaur walks around with a little bit of. Anyway.
Just sprays water on the people that take off their
Yeah.
helmets.
Bad.
Phil answered
holy
you. Did you
water.
see that?
Oh, Phil. I meant that this could be a sign that Mandos can have blood children.
Yeah,
Right,
There
yeah.
you go. So Mando and Bo are
Hey.
gonna.
Like
Well,
we
and like,
said
do they leave
before-
their helmets on?
Well,
I don't know.
They got it unless they go back
just
to the
don't
waters.
take off their helmets.
Right.
It's,
Ugh.
it's
Everything
complicated.
else, I don't know.
It's just, I don't know. It's weird.
Let's not think about
Bunch
it.
of backwards.
Yeah, and
hillbillies.
JQ asked the same question. It's a stupid question, but after they finish eating, he said it's not a stupid question because we had it. How do they
Yeah.
clean themselves beforehand,
Yeah,
etc.?
Yeah,
they got to bathe in
Right?
the living waters again.
exactly.
Before and
Yeah.
after eating. Yeah, we don't quite
I don't get it.
understand that. Better and then Phil, better start chatting about Ahmed Best's character.
Yeah, we
Yes.
better. I know. We got to get to
Thanks,
that.
That-
Phil. Eddie said Dinbo looked like proud parents watching their kid win his dart match. I did like that part.
Yep.
That was the intro.
Yeah.
We didn't talk
Yeah.
about that.
No,
That
that
was
was
really
really
good.
good.
That was
at the
I was
beginning.
really well handled because it had emotion and weight and a payoff, even a micro payoff
Yeah.
with
Also-
him like learning how to use his force abilities in the Foundling sector here.
Yeah. Also,
Right.
turns out you can shoot all three at once.
Yeah, I
Right.
didn't know that
He
was
did
an
say
option.
the guy did say in any order, which
Right,
begs
yeah,
the
yeah.
question: why didn't
He do it the
Ragnar
first
just shoot
time?
him 3 times?
Yeah.
Because he's stupid.
Because he's stupid.
No, because they had
That
to.
can't be past
he had
his
to
son.
learn a lesson.
Yeah.
That's what. What was that they said too?
Oh,
it was very like, do not.
Yeah.
Unless
without
you know,
knowing
One
or
does
without
not
knowing,
speak without
the
knowing.
knowing.
Yeah,
It
that
was
was
like
interesting.
a micro lesson,
And he
It
was,
was.
like, smacked him upside the head and said,
Right?
yeah,
you
it was cool. to-
child."
He had a kind of a snarky attitude, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
he was like, "This is easy.
He's like, how would you know?
I'm
He's
better
like,
than him."
I know.
also, why didn't he just pick like swords or something? Because
Right.
like Grogu wouldn't be able to hold it up.
Yep. He'd be like,
You know, he chooses the one thing that he can use.
It's
Right.
because Nerf is going to sell the coolest
The
Exactly.
Nerf.
toy.
I know. I'm
Yep.
waiting for
We're
that.
going to buy the Nerf watch or the Nerf wrist
I
thing
want
shoots
that.
it, so we like
Right.
that stuff.
I love watches. And that going back to what everybody was saying in the comments though, that they were definitely like a parent couple right there.
yeah,
Dinbo.
yeah.
Because
Proud
he was like the
parents.
proud dad, and then she had
She's-
the encouraging word talking about
Yep.
her dad.
She's just,
That was just
he's just
really
proud
nice.
of you.
Bringing up her dad again.
Yep.
I don't know
Dude.
who that is.
What if her
Flashback?
dad actually isn't dead?
That's
And
what
they
I'm
bring
saying.
him
Who's her
back
dad,
in the end
That
of
would
the season.
be like crazy though.
It would
He's
be.
riding the mythosaur at the end.
He is the mythosaur.
He is-
Exactly.
Whoa.
He died and became the mythosaur.
Yes.
Oh,
There's some magic in that water.
Yeah,
there is
for sure.
Oh, well, we'll get to it later. But
Yeah.
I love that part though with
Right.
both of them, and the way she was talking to Grogu was so sweet. You know?
Yeah.
So sweet. It was encouraging, and then Mando was like, "He's my son. He's gonna get it done.
Yeah, I'm his ward. Get her
Do it. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Shut up and do it. I got the sword.
From
What
a-
if he just whip that out whenever he needs to?
Right. He's like, I
keep
am the
people
leader of
alive?
Mandalore. Whip. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, let's get into. Sorry. What?
No, all I was going to say was it's the way that the people that write Mandalorian, it's a show for older people, smart people that love Star Wars and
Yeah.
history and the lore. It's also because we didn't even talk about, we haven't got to Ahmed Best and all that stuff. That's for Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
then you get kids stuff. Like a kid can watch that part and get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
PG-13.
Mando at its best and Star Wars at its best covers all generations.
Yeah.
It pays
For
to
sure.
watch it for whatever age you are, and it's still kid friendly enough that you can enjoy it. And I don't know, it's just prime Mando right here, prime
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Action packed, fun. Everybody can watch it. That's perfect. That's a perfect way to describe it. I completely agree.
Right.
Now let's get to the reveal.
The best
Zero
reveal
The best
The
of
best
this
of
episode.
Ahmed.
Oh my gosh.
That was crazy.
Dude,
okay, so
Just
yesterday,
total curveball.
yeah, we speculated yesterday like a bunch of different
Yeah.
Jedi that could show up, and None of us thought
Right.
of this Jedi.
No.
Because I never thought they were going to do this.
I didn't know he was real.
Yeah.
Or existed. I mean.
Matt didn't even know who
Matt
he was.
didn't even know who it was.
Who's this dude?
Who's this dude?
Right?
That ain't Mace.
He's like, Misa Jar Jar Binks.
Yep.
He's actually, that wouldn't have been crazy if it was Jar Jar, but
He's
it
a
was Darth
shapeshifter.
Jar
It was
Jar.
Darth Jar Jar.
And they confirmed that Darth
was
Jar Jar
so
was
cool.
Plagueis.
Oh my gosh.
So then
gosh.
Plagueis is actually the one who took Grogu and used him for the midichlorians.
Plagueis is dead.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
That would have been nuts though.
Okay, but that's not what
That's a
happened.
lot.
Nope.
Sorry, that's
you
a
can't.
good.
You can't just throw that at us.
Yeah,
like
you can't
that.
just do that to people. Dustin. Come on, man.
It would have been awesome. How crazy would that have been, though?
It would have been crazy.
That'd been
But anyway,
something
what we
else.
got was awesome.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Matt?
Hey.
Hey.
I thought you said something. Sorry.
Yeah.
You like torture?
Yeah, he does. He does like that torture.
Phil J. Woodard said, I'm just going to call you Phil. Did you guys think it was going to be Jocasta Nu or a temple guard? Well, we guessed all kinds of stuff. We said,
yeah.
we
See,
said
I
Mace.
didn't.
We said all kinds of stuff.
Anakin.
What did you guys say? Jocasta Nu or temple guard?
I think
don't
we
think
did
so.
not. No.
no, so
Oh.
we didn't.
We
yeah.
said Mace. I said
because Phil did. That's why
Anakin
he was wondering.
and
The Emperor.
Emperor,
Palpatine.
Yeah.
and then also the. Oh wait, no, we didn't. Did we say the
What did we say, Matt?
the Master Swordsman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Cinderelic.
Cinderelic.
We thought Cinderelic
Yeah.
might show up, but
No, I didn't.
Which
I
one
thought-
was Jocasta Nu?
Jocasta Nu was wasn't that what's his name's?
The name sounds familiar. I know it.
Canaan's.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Wasn't it Canaan's?
Was
Oh.
that Kanan's? But they weren't there because Jocasta Nu was.
No, that-
The chief librarian of the Jedi
Yeah, the
No,
Order.
librarian.
Jocasta
Yeah,
Nu
I was
was
gonna
the
say,
main-
I was like,
it was
that
a
wasn't-
Jedi that worked
Oh,
there.
from Clone Wars.
that would have made
yeah,
sense.
it worked
actually,
there
too.
at the temple or whatever.
That's why I know
Yeah.
the name.
Yeah.
That
But
was
no.
crazy.
What we got was even better.
That was way better.
and
Yeah.
nobody expected it.
So
That
at the
was
same time as Grogu was being saved by Ahmed Best, in the next room over
Yeah.
was Anakin
Right.
with the other
Yeah,
kids.
it could have been.
Yeah,
Seriously.
probably.
With the children.
It's on the same floor, at least, I'm guessing.
Right.
Right. I mean, it's a big temple, so but it could have been close by. I know Cinderelic fought Anakin.
Yeah.
And that's where Cinderelic dies.
Yep.
But it would have been cool to see him like be able to push him on to somebody else. And that's kind of what happened, which is really cool. I mean, it showed that they were still trying to keep the younglings, that was
Safe.
yeah, smart. And the
Yeah.
reason we don't see the Jedi Temple Guards, because there's never been a Jedi Temple Guard that is known, because I believe they actually switched like immediately
over to
over to the dark side.
Well, they were saying
Yeah.
some of them.
The
did.
Temple Guard, I'm pretty sure, because that's what
the Inquisitor,
The Grand
The
Inquisitor was.
that's
He
where a
is
lot
the
of the
Temple
Inquisitors
Guard.
came from, were the Jedi Temple Guard.
Yeah.
I think it was something like that. I think it was like a comic or something that
Yeah.
came out that said that. That
Weird.
would be crazy. Like the ones
Right.
that are supposed to protect you. That's their
Just turn
main
on you.
job. They just turn on you.
Yeah.
And that's why they
Well,
got
I mean,
all
that's just-
overrun.
yeah.
But yeah, that was I was like, because they said she pushed them, or they pushed them
Yeah.
into the elevator.
Yep.
They were like, get him to what's his name?
Something with
Kelleran.
Kelleran.
They said,
yeah,
get him to Kelleran. And as soon as they said Kelleran, I was like,
Wait a second.
wait a second. I know that name because my kids and I have watched Jedi Temple Challenge. And
Yeah.
you watched it too, right, Dan?
I watched the first one.
Yeah.
That's it.
We've
It was
watched
pretty good.
We've watched every one of those episodes like 3 times because my kids love it, and
Yeah.
I really enjoy it because it's got Sam Witwer and it's got Ahmed Best as Jedi Master Kelleran Beck, and he's
Kelleran
so
Beck,
good
yeah.
in that
He
role.
is.
Okay,
He takes it seriously.
Okay.
he is Kelleran Beck.
and I watched an interview with him talking about it, and he came up with his whole backstory.
Yeah.
Like he was just going off in his mind, and he said he was having so much fun, right? And he would
Mhm.
send all these things to like the producers, and they were like, "Okay, that's great."
Right.
But then now it's so cool. What a payoff now that he actually gets to do that, and he's one of the ones that survive the Jedi Purge and get
Yeah.
Grogu out. I mean, like, what?
That's
It's
right.
also
Cool.
like,
So he could still be alive.
Yeah. As far as we know, he survived.
yeah. But-
I wonder if
Sorry, I was talking too much. You guys
no.
go.
I just wonder if because obviously they gave us a huge piece there.
Yeah.
Speaking of being redeemed,
Yes,
for
Right.
Star
that's
Wars
what we need to
fans,
say.
Yeah.
Ahmed Best being redeemed as maybe being not liked as much for being Jar Jar, but now
Yeah.
here he is back in his full glory and his own persona with his own character that he created,
Yep.
Yeah.
representing the Jedi in the
Mhm.
best way, saving currently Star Wars fans' favorite small little green guy.
Yep. Dual wielding, by the
Yeah,
way.
that was epic.
I was
dude.
like, yes. We need more of this.
Yes, and he was good. He did a good job.
He
Like-
did a really good
Like he
job.
wasn't going too crazy, but it was like it was poignant. Like
It looked like somebody who knew what they were doing.
yeah, like
with
he
a
didn't,
lightsaber.
he didn't have
Master.
to flurry or do anything fancy. It was just like, you know what, get out of here, Dunzo.
It
Use the
wasn't like,
Force.
oh, I'm just gonna swing this like a baseball bat because that's the only thing I know how to do.
right.
It was like, oh, I'm gonna deflect these blaster bolts back at these clone troopers that are shooting at me.
Yeah, and it looked
He
good.
was skillful. All right.
Yeah, he was.
majestic.
Yeah, and what a redemption for him too.
Right.
That, like for people that didn't like Jar Jar, see, I hit me at the right time because I was a kid when that
Yeah.
came out, so I actually didn't mind Jar Jar. I did think he was kind of
See,
funny
and
as
I
a
was younger
kid.
than you, and I didn't like
yeah.
Jar Jar.
Well, you don't like anybody.
And I was even
so-
younger, and I wasn't even born.
You are the dark side.
Matt wasn't around for Jar Jar.
That wasn't around. Dan, you didn't really like Jar
I
Jar
was
that much. You were a little
behind the
older,
woodwork.
weren't
I
you?
was neutral.
You were neutral. You were Switzerland.
Yeah.
What about
I,
you?
I
Fact
like
checker?
Maul.
Yeah, Maul was.
Yeah,
good.
Maul was awesome.
I'm not as picky as you guys, so I liked the entertainment.
Of
Yeah.
course you did, Omega.
But for anybody who's Omega.
You probably like Omega too.
I didn't love the Gungans, even though at that age that was a language that we like to say that we
yeah,
used.
Yeah.
But
we
I
did.
didn't. It was fine. It was fine.
But for anybody who like hates on Ahmed Best specifically for that role, he did what he was supposed to do. Like he
Right,
acted
yeah.
that out amazingly. And really, when you think about it, he is actually the forefront of motion capture technology.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, he did that before anybody else.
Right.
That was him. It's just crazy to think about. In a lot
Well, it
of
was like
ways.
simultaneous.
right. His
with
arms.
Lord of the Rings. I mean, like,
oh,
they
yeah,
came
yeah,
out the
yeah.
same year.
Yeah,
Maybe
it wasn't
was it
full
roughly around the
motion
same time.
capture, I guess
Yeah,
you
give
could
or
say,
take.
but it was his whole head and face and everything, which
Yeah.
is really fascinating.
it was. It
but-
was great.
Yeah, Ahmed Best, he's awesome, and he knows his Star Wars stuff. Like that's what's so cool about it. Like
Mhm.
it stuck with him. But he did fantastic in this with his lightsaber.
Yep.
And that the way they shot it, it was like such a good take on. It felt like we were back in the prequels.
Yep.
But
Absolutely.
but it wasn't. It didn't look bad though.
No,
it
it
looked good.
It
They
looked
u-
like we never left.
yeah, in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So it was nostalgic, but it
Yeah.
didn't take you out of what was going on
Yeah,
around him. And
exactly.
I thought the chase scene was really good. The way he acted it all out. I mean, that was fantastic.
Speaking of the chase scene,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was like it goes back to our, previous idea of they made these sets, dang it, and
And
they're
they're-
going to show them off as much as possible because it goes back to the set that was used in the episode last week with the Rock.
Yeah, we're like, oh, we've seen this before.
Yeah,
Well, the tunnel, the same train route. I'm pretty sure
Yep.
it was all of the same.
it was. Yeah,
Definitely.
CG. They they get all that CG stuff going, and they're like, oh, what else can we put here? Ahmed Best flying around with
Yeah.
Grogu. How
Right.
about that?
Yeah, and it's just so cool that he made it out alive too.
Yeah.
Like he was a Jedi master that made it out. That's like huge.
It
in
is.
Star Wars.
it's really huge.
Like, do they kill him off at
You know-
some point? I mean, what's going to happen? We
Right.
still don't know what's happening to Grogu and him.
Does he sacrifice himself moving in the next episode,
Right,
handing
yeah.
him off to whoever it is that gets him permanently, or does he die and then the Empire takes Grogu?
Or do they just get separated and we don't know how his
what happens to him.
story ends?
I hope that's what they do.
and they make a whole show about him.
About Kelleran back
Yeah.
training young Links.
that makes perfect
Which ties
sense to
into
me.
the
And then,
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Quinlan Voss is in the show.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Or what if he hands him off to Quinlan Voss?
Yeah,
that
they
would
could
be
do it.
interesting.
They could do
They
it.
could tie
That'd
in
be
so
so
much.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
why I love that they did this. Also, the little tidbit in there was that was the Naboo ship
Yep.
from episode 2.
Nubian.
Nick, somebody called that out. I didn't recognize it right
Yeah,
at
it
first.
was. It was the same one that Padme and Anakin used to go
In
save
episode 2.
Obi-Wan on
Yeah.
Geonosis.
Was it actually the same ship
I wonder if it was actually the same ship.
in
but
episode 3?
yeah, maybe. Yeah, no.
That was the same ship.
Well, I mean, it
Wasn't
is the same ship, but like literally the same ship.
oh,
or the same class of ship.
Okay, that's a
yeah,
good point.
I think it's the same class. I don't
Maybe
think
it was
the same
like
ship.
you have Air Force One and Air Force Two. Maybe they had like a clone of the.
Yeah, I mean it's just a class of ship, like you're saying, but it's definitely from Naboo, and those were Naboo guards.
Yeah.
that
Oh,
fought.
duh. Of
That was
course.
cool that they fought back against.
Of course, it wouldn't be the same ship because
he would have been still.
that was
he was
still
using
flying
in that.
Yeah.
He was
yeah,
using
so
it.
it's definitely not the same
It's
ship.
Air Force Two.
Yeah,
It's Air Force 2. Naboo
my
Force 2.
Naboo Force 2.
I love that though that they
Yeah.
had that and that like they were working together to get him out. That was so cool.
Yep. Also, how great is it to see more live action clones?
I did like seeing that
Yeah.
too.
I just want
Yeah.
to see a whole show of that, please. Like,
Man.
make the Clone Wars, the live action, and film it like Band of Brothers.
Just take
Dude,
all
it would just be so
that
epic.
would be epic.
Oh my
dude.
gosh, I would love
Although
that show so
Tamora
much.
Morrison would have to act the crap out of that,
Right, and then
Because it's only him.
see, in that vein, you could just do stormtroopers
Oh, okay.
and make it much easier, so
Right.
you don't have to use the same actor for every trooper.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, the same actor's voice.
Yeah, that's
Unless they start taking helmets off.
right. Yeah.
The only arc they really need to do is the Umbaran arc. That
Yep.
if they just do that, bring
Darkness
that
on
to
Umbara.
live action, I will freak
Yeah.
out. That will make so
Freak.
much money off. That. Star
Absolutely.
Wars, listen to us. We have good ideas. Okay,
Yes.
listen to the fans.
Please.
All right, we got to keep moving though.
Speaking
Let's
of
get through
fans,
some comments.
Let's
You
just
guys-
pop through these real quick.
Do it.
because people were guessing.
Thanks for commenting, everybody.
Phil was blown away by Ahmed Best. Eddie Bear also thought, because Phil thought maybe Jocasta knew. Eddie Bear
Right.
thought also Jocasta knew. So,
Terrace,
you know,
Terrace Anube.
smart guesses. Terra Sanube,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm glad I wasn't the only one. How about Terra Sanube? I can't remember who that is, but Jocasta knew was the librarian. Thanks, Phil. Yeah.
Isn't
They're-
Sanube the old guy?
Yeah, Cassian Male, Jedi Master who lived during the height.
Was
and-
he
He's
the
the
one with the
old
cane?
He
King
was
guy.
with
Yeah.
he was with
Yes,
Ahsoka
yes.
on that
Yeah.
one up.
He showed up.
Clone
He was
Wars.
in Obi-Wan actually in that cryostasis.
He was. Yep.
Terrace Anube.
Yep. You
Wow.
can spot him
crazy.
in there.
Wow, good call.
Well-
That could have been. That would have been really cool to see him fight
Right.
too. He was awesome in the Clone Wars.
But absolutely, Ahmed Best. I don't think anybody guessed Ahmed
No.
Best.
No.
That was like one of those like just fan theories. Like you just had to be like, what
Right.
if they did Ahmed Best? Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Like,
But-
yeah, and, like nobody thought of it. And I wonder if they had to, keep it secret. Because like
Well,
if
they did
anybody
a good job,
yeah,
wasn't it?
if anybody found out, it would have been, cats out of the bag.
Nobody
But nobody
keeps-
found out,
Why are you putting cats in the bag?
right? Actually, people probably heard the name and they're like, "Who?"
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
But when
Hot
the-
take.
Even after I watched it,
Once
I was like,
again,
who?
we don't know why Matt is on the show.
No, he's got some good.
I'm
takes,
just
man.
joking,
He's action
Matt.
mad.
You're all right.
That's the best praise I've ever gotten from him.
from Nick.
Ugh.
Actually, just in general.
In general.
Wow.
Eddie Bear said Ahmed Best was a great surprise, looking bad to the bone, wielding two
Yep.
sabers.
That was epic.
It
dude.
was.
I can't wait to watch that again.
It was
Like I
really
said-
cool how he just picked it up. I mean, I'm like, dude, he's alone in that elevator with a dead Jedi.
yeah,
Right.
that was
That's
kind of
dark,
Yeah.
but at least the lighting was good.
Yeah.
And
at least it looked good.
It's worried about the lighting.
Yeah.
We rewound that because and we missed it.
Yeah.
We were so
Because I was
hyped.
freaking out, jumping out of the chair, yelling.
But then I
Right.
realized she fell into the after those live action clones. Have we ever seen live action clones?
yeah, in episode 2.
Oh, okay, yeah,
And
that's
3.
That's true. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. But anyway,
But not much.
But with this
But they were
technology-
actually they were all CG though.
that's what I thought.
So I don't know if these were CG or not. Were these live or were they
I don't know.
CG?
They
Well,
looked-
interesting to find
JQ
out.
said, "Did you miss the live action clones and gunships?"
I think,
Oh,
it was
okay.
just I think it was just a
I feel like it was
flashback.
a lot of CG in those.
You don't think
Yeah.
they were real like actors like
See,
the
I think-
501st?
I
They
think
could have got
they
the
were.
501st.
I think it was a mix.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Knowing
Probably.
George Lucas, there was like 3 actors in that movie. Everybody else was on a green
Everybody
screen.
else is CG.
Everything else. Is
They all wore
CG.
green suits and walked around.
Exactly. Yeah.
Did you? Let's see. That was epic. Phil liked the dual wielding.
Oh, that was epic.
He could be alive. He could be alive. I don't know who could be alive, but he could.
talking about
Did you miss the
Ahmed
one- oh,
Best.
yeah.
Ahmed Best.
Yeah.
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 And then Eddie Grogu must be special since he had several Jedi. This is interesting.
Yeah.
Several
Yeah.
Jedi
So that's-
protecting him, and like the rest of the younglings.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like,
they
why
left
was it?
the rest of them?
Yeah, why was it just him?
Because it was Yoda's son.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Yoda's
could've
like,
been.
"You protect him, you must.
Or
You
grandson
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, he might be the last of the species too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
other
could be.
than Yoda, but they
Who's-
didn't know if Yoda was dead or alive. So
Yep.
there could even be higher precedence there to keep a species alive. You know,
unless it's
And
a
that
Yoda
species in
clone.
particular is very
force.
high force sensitive.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah,
good point.
highly force sensitive.
Which in that case would have made sense for Anakin to go to him,
Yeah,
not
maybe
the
that's
rest
why.
of the other ones.
But
Maybe
maybe
that's
he
why
didn't
they were
want
protecting
such a
him.
challenge.
Yeah, he's like,
He
well,
wanted quick and easy deaths of
Yeah,
children.
he's like, boom, headshot.
He's like, I never liked those kids.
Says
Right.
torture
They were-
Matt.
in the lunch, they were always throwing their food at me.
Always
Yeah.
laughing at me.
They hated me.
Threw sand in my
They
face.
always had stands like,
Take this, Danny.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dustin, you want to read a few?
Sure.
JQ said the gunships. Phil, he could be alive, and now we're
Yeah,
back down to
it was
Phil.
in ROTS as well. The ship, I
Yep,
believe.
the ship, yeah.
Padme wrote it. Yep, it's the same class. Definitely, he's following along with us. At first, I thought we'd run into Bail. Yeah,
could
that
have,
would have been
yeah.
really good. But no, Bail is a different spot.
He's at the Jedi Temple though, in one
No.
spot.
No, he's not at the Jedi Temple. I thought he was.
Goes to the Jedi Temple.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He shows up,
And then he
they,
notices the clones are
and they wave
turning
him
on
away,
him.
and then that other Jedi,
George Lucas's son.
George Lucas's son, jumps out
and
to
dies.
protect him, and then dies, and he jumps on the ship and flies off as they're shooting at him.
Yep.
Who?
So he
Bail
was
Organa.
Bail Organa.
Oh,
Don't worry
okay.
about it, Matt.
Yeah,
We'll catch you up later.
I need last names, people.
Bail Organa, yeah. Yeah, so
He's a senator.
that would have
I
been
know who
crazy
it
though,
is.
because he could have gone right back there, but I think it was still too fresh. But
Yeah.
that would have been
And
really
then
interesting.
he was also going back to get Yoda.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. He had to rescue Yoda from
But that was the Senate building.
the Senate building.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that was good. All right, let's keep going here. JQ says, anyone know what happened to Grogu, Bail, and
Grogu ball, the ball that he was playing with on
Oh,
Mando's
sorry.
old ship, and the necklace.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
The necklace? What necklace did he? Oh, he got a
Necklace.
necklace from Mando
Did he?
or Luke?
Maybe it was. I think it was on the ship when it got destroyed.
I'm guessing it got
Was it?
destroyed when
Yeah.
the ball
poor-
and the
And his necklace.
and
yeah.
his necklace.
Show
Oh,
him the
that
ship,
would make
Nick.
sense.
Show him the ship.
I ain't got it.
It's
No,
right.
it's back there.
Yeah.
right there.
Check out the Lego build if you want to watch an epic Lego
Yes.
build.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
It was
multiple.
great.
It's funny.
It's
It is.
It's on this channel.
It's really
link to it in
cheesy,
the
too.
description. We'll
Yeah,
link
but
it in the
that's a
comments.
that's a great point.
Yeah.
Again, great comments. We're loving the interaction with everybody.
Loving
It's
it.
Super fun.
Loving it.
And everybody's got such good points. I didn't even think about a lot
Right.
of these things. So, all
Bringing
right,
up
let's
all
keep
these
moving on
names.
because there's a lot to this episode. We're still spoiling it, and we got other things to get to still. But
Yeah.
I mean, this is the main. This is the meat of the
meat.
show. I mean,
The
so
meat.
let's get to it. Let's keep going. All right, so that was awesome with Ahmed Best, and I liked
Yep.
even how they interjected. It was like the armor brought Grogu in.
Yep.
And it was almost like, in a way, she was trying to pull that out of him.
Well, because she even says it's
It forges us.
yeah, it
too,
forges
right?
us.
When
yeah.
they're- when she's
it shapes
forging.
us.
Yeah, as we forge the metal. That's
Yeah.
so cool. Like, man, I have not wanted to like become a blacksmith more
Right.
than this year. I
Or
wanna
just a
be
Mandalorian extra in the show.
Or yeah, that would. I know. The
Yeah.
whole time I'm like, I just want to be that dude.
Dude,
Like,
they don't take off their helmets. I could literally just stand there.
I know. It'd be so much fun though, or just to say, I was in Star Wars.
Right.
That's me.
There's me.
That's me.
Me dum dum.
Dum-dum. Yeah, that was epic. I liked how they did that. It was almost like horror-esque in some ways. The
Yeah.
thing was pounding. He's like,
Right.
That's
Yeah.
just good filmmaking, though.
It was.
Anytime you can take advantage of a thing that's happening in the show and transition, it's just good filmmaking. Way to go, Filoni. Or no, Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers. Yeah, way to go.
Carl.
Also,
and writing it was
Carl.
just solid.
yeah. Also, that's where the subversion came from. Because I thought they were going back to Navarro for sure,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
that
they
was our.
didn't. And I was like,
We got
this is
one
actually
thing
cool.
correct.
Yeah.
I
that
think we
might
were
be the
4 for
next
4.
episode.
We were 4 for 4. We're like,
Maybe.
we're going to Navarro, but we got to see the Foundling thing. How are we? We didn't know. We didn't have an answer for that.
No, we didn't.
No. I did not expect this whole like dragon creature thing or
No.
pterodactyl at all.
Right?
They're calling it a raptor.
Oh yeah, they did say raptor.
A
Thank you.
raptor.
Comments
I
keeping
prefer
us.
pterodactyl.
No,
I prefer Pteroraptor.
It's another Ford, Matt.
That's true.
Oh yeah, another
That's true.
Ford.
Deep
That's
cut.
how it feels to drive a
Ford
Ford F-150.
Ford F-150. I drive a
The
Ford
Lariat.
F-150.
The Lariat.
Lariat Raptor.
That's what it was.
Yep. There
They,
you
were,
go.
they kept saying
Uh,
when they were gonna rescue the Foundling, they were like, "We brought extra lariats," and Matt in the middle was like,
That's a truck.
That's a Ford F-150.
"No, that's a type
Or no,
of
what
Ford."
I say? That's
He
a
said,
type of Ford.
truck.
That's a type of Ford
I
truck.
was like, "You would, Matt. You
You ever
would."
rappelled on a
Something I
Lariat?
say.
That's what it feels like to drive a Ford F-150.
Yeah, but that rescue sequence, I didn't think they were gonna go to it. I thought that
Yeah.
with the flashback, they were just gonna conveniently rescue the Foundling and be back at the end of the flashback, and then we wouldn't be able to see it, or they
Right.
were gonna save it for next episode.
Mhm.
I'm really glad that we got to see it, though. It was cool to see the Mandalorians in action, and what a great action sequence that was.
Yeah.
And how it showed how experienced Bo-Katan is and how she can lead. And they're
Yeah.
almost teasing it up. I really think they're teasing it up to put her. She's got to earn her way to lead, not just be given the right to lead because of who
Right.
she
Right.
is. And that's
Exactly.
kind of the woeful tale that the armorer said before.
Like you said, she's got to have something to believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is restoring her faith and people rallying behind her and listening to her.
Yes.
And so devoutly, as well is what I think is going to help unite, especially with Din.
Yep.
Dinbo.
Dinbo.
Well, I think Din's having more of a chance to see her leadership ability.
Oh, he
Yeah.
sees her.
Oh,
Well,
And he
He's
sees her as a
alright.
mother for his child.
right.
Yeah,
She's already the dad, and he's like, ooh.
that's a good pro, man. When you're looking for a spouse, you got to see how they interact with children.
Right.
You got to have the same values.
Life lessons from
There's
Dustin.
a lot of things that you got to look at. You can't just be like, she's good looking. You're like, that helps. But
This is the part of the show where Dustin
sure.
drops some truth bombs.
but you got to be compatible. And I really think Bo and Din are compatible.
Compatible.
He's really
Dinbo.
sensing it between the two.
I am. I'm sensing it.
That
My-
was a subtle way, right? They weren't making eyes at each other. They were just existing as
Right.
parents
Well,
together.
they can't make eyes at each other.
I mean, they can, but
Man,
they
just
won't
can't see
know.
it.
Well, she made
He's
eyes when
like-
she took her helmet off at dinner, but he didn't
Right.
see.
No,
Did
he
her?
probably did. He was looking all over.
He was like, mm.
She's like, are you doing eyes to me right now?
Yeah, right. He's like, no.
No.
Just
Stop
looks
it.
away.
We were joking when they were climbing the wall that they should have been like on silent talk or like text something
Yeah.
to your
Right.
heads up display.
Yeah.
So like Din and
Helmets.
Bo are texting each other the whole time
Yeah,
through their heads
heart
up.
emojis. And
See you later. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
right.
No, I won't. This is the way.
Reach it to the top. LOL.
Hope you're enjoying your dinner.
Yeah, right.
raise it to the top. Like texting. Oh, man. On their helmets on the inside.
Oh my-
Phil Jr. corrected you, said
accidentally sent it to
Bowden.
the group chat.
Bowden.
Bowden.
Oh, he's sticking with Bowden?
But yeah, and
Alright, teach
in
their
the
Hey, you do
in our
you.
poll so far, Bowden is ahead 55%, and
Betrayal.
Dinbo's at 36%.
Well, because Bo
Wow.
is in some ways superior to Din at
Whoa.
this
Yeah.
stage.
Whoa.
Controversy
I mean-
brewing.
He's not wrong.
I mean, when you say the Mandalorian and you see Bo or you see Din,
Bo.
and then Bo walks in, she's like, "Huh? Where did you come from?"
Right.
Look, but
I'm the Mandalorian.
look, she ain't got the dark saber.
Yeah,
Okay.
son.
Yet.
That's true.
She had
Hey.
it and lost it.
It don't matter because Din's gonna have the mythosaur. So
He's gonna ride the
Actually, I
mythosaur.
think she's gonna
Carl the mythosaur.
This episode made me
It's
think
like
that
rock,
she's
paper,
gonna have
scissors.
the mythosaur now.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Which
I
that's a
don't know
controversy.
anymore.
But what do you want to talk about that now?
No, she was saying there's comments.
There's a lot of comments.
All right, we're gonna
Come
get
on,
to 'em.
Dustin. Keep
All
up.
Okay, okay.
Do you want to finish a segment and then go?
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the-
So the
Yeah,
action
yeah, yeah.
sequence. I just want to get to the action sequence. What do you guys? There was like they climbed up
was
real
great.
well. Blah blah blah, and they got to the top.
Yep.
the
And-
father
And they're like,
lost
it's
control.
a heat signature. And then that's when they confirm right there because Paz goes off. He's like,
Yep.
it's my son.
She's like, wait for us to clear the perimeter. And he's like, it's my son.
And we've said that like since the first episode.
Yeah.
That was seriously from the first episode. We were like, I wonder, was it you? I think it was you.
Somebody said
Somebody said, I think,
Somebody.
is that his son? Like,
Right.
It just made sense. The
Is that his
blue-
kid?
And we called it, man. We
totally
called
called
it.
We're on the
Yeah,
Done,
we
pulse.
did, said, and called
We
it.
are right on the pulse
Yeah,
of Star Wars. I don't know why I talk that way when I get.
I don't know. either.
But yeah, that was really good though. And he went off and surprise, it's a bunch of baby chicks, raptors, trying to eat him.
Yeah.
What a weird.
Saw that coming.
Yeah, we did. We were
Yeah.
like, that's definitely a trap. But the dark thing was there was another helmet there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Them,
happens.
them kids are being digested.
They're being
Them are
digested.
children's.
You guys stink at this.
Wow.
No, but then the big old raptor immediately shows up
Yep.
and regurgitates his son, which
Yeah, just what?
Yeah, and then he's like not slime covered
yeah,
at
slime
all.
covered and or in pieces.
It's like he just came.
Andor.
It's like he just took a bath and cleaned
You
up.
know, those birds, they're tidy. They know where to
bathed.
keep their slime.
He bathed in
he
the living
bathed
water.
in the living
Water.
acid of the raptor.
Of the raptor.
That's going to become his signet, the
Right.
raptor.
Yeah, that's
you
what
were,
I was.
You were puked up by a raptor.
That's what I was
Foundling.
wondering what was going to happen at
Just
the end
never
when
let go of that.
Bo lost one of her pauldrons. I was like, is she going to take that signet?
Yeah, I thought
You know?
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to take the raptor because they helped take it down, but she wasn't like the one who killed it. I almost feel like
Right. Yeah. I
you
think you have
be
to
the
take
one-
it down.
which they did. So I think they could.
Well,
was a real-
technically, the alligator turtle did, so he gets the signet.
he get they're like, here you go,
Right.
friends.
Eat this.
It was a real group effort to take that thing down. They
It
were
was.
struggling.
Yeah.
I mean, rightfully so. I mean, it's huge.
And that was a
Huge.
cool action sequence.
Huge.
That CGI and everything looked real clean. Like that looked really good. How when they were flying around, that
It
raptor
did,
thing
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
That was
did
fun to
look good.
watch.
Paz was a little disappointing, not going to lie.
Well, he flew straight into the raptor's mouth. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing,
Which
man?
he ran out of fuel like pretty much twice or something.
Right.
And he
I
he
feel like
like
there was-
rage moded into the nest.
Yeah.
and then or what passionate. I'm gonna get my son, and didn't even know where he was.
Right. I want to get my son.
I'm
And
gonna
he-
get my son now.
There was kind of a missed opportunity, I feel like, there. They could have really showed Paz as like a boss. Like,
Yeah.
like flying straight into that thing, like they should have made that a tactic. Like he should have whipped out that big blaster thing.
Yeah.
You saw him do the flamethrower,
Yeah.
but he should have whipped out that blaster inside of his mouth and blown the brains
Right.
out. You know,
Maybe
from
that's
the
what it was-
inside.
Maybe that's what his plan was, but
Couldn't
it
get
just
to her.
Clamped down
But
too
how
fast.
cool would that have been? Like you see him in the mouth and he's just like, ah,
Yeah. He
that
pulls
would have been
a
sweet.
a Men in Black.
Yeah, but instead he just
Yeah,
falls
yeah.
off and then awkwardly lands on that rock with his
Yeah.
butt in the
And
air.
he's like,
that was really weird.
Ground.
I think
you do that again?
Paz is just a tank. You know?
Yeah. Lady.
Yeah, he is. But how did that thing not bite him in half? It must have been the Beskar armor, I guess.
Right. And yeah, it was funny because they were like, yeah, if you shoot at it, it'll kill whatever it's carrying. And it's like,
It didn't
they were
kill it.
shooting at it all the
Did
time. And it's
not
like,
kill it.
he didn't clamp down. He didn't chomp you in half. You liar.
Yeah. But it was cool to see that. I actually liked that it wasn't Bo that saved the kid, but it was Din.
Yeah.
I thought that actually made sense.
Sick
and
nasty.
It showed that they were working together. 'Cause she was like stabbing it in the eye or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, it
And
dropped
And
past
then
visible.
Din came up and was like, I got this.
Yeah. And then she got
It was cool.
flap slapped.
I don't
Yeah,
know what
that
he
was
did,
cool to
but he
see
flew
too. It
in.
was,
I was
like,
like,
wing
"Ooh."
slap. Yeah. Anyway, and they fed the turtle beast, and now they're friends.
Yeah.
But that
Turtle
was a
beast.
really cool sequence, and it was also like kind of almost like an initiation or like a way for the whole group to come together
Right.
and really welcome Bo and Din. Like, you guys are pretty good. We've been sucking it up until you guys got here.
Yeah.
And then
know what you
the
do.
armorer's like, you lost a piece of armor. Good thing I'm an armorer.
Right.
How
Plot
convenient.
convenience.
Plot convenience. And then she took the signet. We're gonna get to that now.
Yeah.
Of which we thought maybe the raptor, but yeah, she's going. She's going mythosaur, baby. That makes sense.
Because she saw one.
Why'd you do
Tell
that?
me about it, Nick.
And she's like, what if I told you potato? And then she's like, what if I told you I saw a mythosaurus? Like, the armor's just like playing aloof, like, oh, well,
I'd
you
say you're
follow the
very
way, you'll
special.
see a lot of
You
stuff.
see a lot of things.
But no, it was real. Oh, this is the way.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like I said, I was like, I feel like she's just trying to let her down. Slow,
Easy.
like, yeah, we've all seen it, honey. You're not special.
You're like, sister, look here.
Look here.
Din
I was
is
the
mine.
I saw it before it was cool.
I wonder if Paz and the armor are a thing. You think that is
Oh, maybe,
her
I don't know.
child?
That would make sense.
Yeah, who's the kid's mother?
Dustin's just trying to link everyone
I
together.
am,
Yeah.
man.
This
We
is
need
a
some
shipping
role-
show.
We need some couples in Star Wars.
Some good couples.
Good couples.
Well, I think I actually liked the armor a little more after her interaction with Bo-Katan. I actually liked the armor a little bit more after this episode in general.
Yeah.
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 She was kind of like a grumpy mom to Din the whole time, like
Right.
telling him what to do, you know,
Clean your room.
giving him missions and stuff. Like, you're not good enough. And now that he's been redeemed, she's kind of like relaxed or something. She's like, yeah, you're cool. Bo's cool. Everybody's cool.
Yeah.
You know. And then even how she handled Grogu. You know, I was kind of hesitant of her because I thought she might. We even guessed that she might be bad or she might
Right.
have it in for.
Working with the Empire or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but she just
Or
wasn't
want to
trust-
rule.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
and,
want the rule. Yeah.
and be like, they might all be enemies. The funny thing is, a lot of people were, and we were too, were like, oh, who's going to win between the fight? And now they're all just working together.
Yeah.
No, they're not fighting each other at all, which is
Absolutely.
actually cool. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that fact.
Right. They're
I think we got a lot of comments.
Yeah,
that we're
we
gonna have
got-
to
We
get
You
to.
gotta
do.
hit them
We
comments.
really do.
Before we get to that, though, real quick, do you think she now that begs the
Come on,
question? Do you think that she actually saw it? Because now there's a hint of was she tripping?
She was drugged.
I actually saw what?
Was
the
it the
mythosaur.
Benz, the
Let's-
mythosaur?
I think-
Let's let the
she actually-
commenters
I would
answer that
assume.
as
Okay,
we go
let's
through the
just-
chat,
yeah,
and then
go
we'll,
through the
we'll
comments,
circle
yeah.
back
Why-
through.
do it. Engage.
And then we'll go from there.
Tippy top. Tippy top.
Engage. All right, so we got back up to the top here. We got rest in
Right.
peace, Razor Crest.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
were sad.
See,
We are sad. We were very sad. And I think his staff or his gun was on there. There's a bunch of stuff that was on the ship.
Yeah.
Right?
No, remember the
Uh,
staff was the only thing that,
That was the only
survived.
thing that
Oh,
survived
that's
because it's
right.
best
That's
star.
this
Yeah.
guy.
But the ball we lost, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or did he
And
find
And his
it?
necklace.
His necklace.
Anyway,
Necklace.
great
They had a
take, guys,
Mythosaur,
about
I think so.
Phil said meat and potatoes because we were talking about meat.
Yeah, it's the
Talking
meat
about
of
that
it.
Yeah,
meat.
that's
Right. Eddie said, great take, guys, about Grogu being the last of his kind.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep.
It does.
Do
Definitely
make
does.
sense.
Thank you.
He's a special creature.
He's a special little guy.
Genius. Only the Mandalorian writers can keep secrets like this.
Yeah.
Nobody saw Baby Yoda.
Exactly.
Nobody saw Ahmed Best.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody saw Luke.
Yeah.
Nobody saw him.
They're good at keeping secrets.
Literally, not even Bo-Katan saw Luke, and she
Yeah.
was sitting on the set. So-
I heard that Pedro actually knew it was him though.
Of course he did.
because he's the man.
He
He's the
sensed
real
it.
Mandalorian. He's like, they only tell the real Mandalorian.
No,
leaders.
until
Bo's like, get out of here.
I
right.
don't know.
This is the way.
This is the way.
The way is this.
She wasn't
Nope.
in part of the way yet, so
Right, exactly.
She couldn't know.
Sin had a couple of good ones. Bo taking the Mythosaur as her signet basically cemented that she's going to be the one
Yeah,
to claim
I'm
it.
feeling
I think
it.
so.
I'm feeling it.
But I want to
And
see.
this has turned
No.
into the Bo-Katan show.
Right.
It really has.
I wonder if they're gonna do that.
Kind of has.
Like
Why does it always feel
they're
like
gonna do the bait and switch.
it always feels like they
Why you
do,
gotta
they
do
almost
that?
do Din dirty in some ways because it's like it was like the Mandalorian and then immediately we get Grogu and it becomes the Baby Yoda show.
Yep.
Like
And now
season
Bo.
1, season 2. It's almost like he's always like
He's
the side character
He's a
of his
secondary
own
character.
show.
Yeah.
but he's the
exactly.
coolest side character of any show.
Right.
It's about him, but is it about him? It's
Yeah. It is.
the
I mean, it still
Mandalorian.
is.
Yeah.
And he does a great job.
And he really has leveled up. He's the best video game hero. You know, he's
for
gotten
sure.
his
If
cool
they made
armor.
this a
He's-
video game, dude.
That'd be great.
Video game.
I feel like
Amazing
they
video
should.
game.
And
Why
then
have
we
they
got-
Hint.
Phil said, hopefully the armorer saying this is the way didn't annoy Bo.
Right.
'Cause she kind of sarcastically, Nick.
Yeah. What?
No, just like you said, you mentioned how she was kind of like, yeah, whatever.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I
in the
saw
beginning.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Making
is
fun
the
of her.
way. Sure, you're crazy.
Yeah, this is the way.
nutcase.
You're an idiot.
Phil,
She says that we can still hear you.
Right.
I feel like
Oh,
that's
shoot.
the scene is telling us that with Bo and
Yeah.
the armor. But
Yeah.
nah, and then Sile said, no, she's drinking the Kool-Aid. I think she's drinking the Kool-Aid. I think
Yeah.
she's appreciative of the camaraderie that she's gotten. She's
The
getting to have some
support.
action, the support.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, wow, this
Yeah.
is kind of
This isn't as
cool.
bad as I thought it was.
I just joined
She
the
needed
group but she had
Cults
proved
aren't
herself.
that bad.
right?
Cults aren't that bad.
Just not. Joking.
You heard it here, folks. Matt likes cults also.
Oh man.
Oh, man,
my
now he's the
goodness.
torture and cult guy.
Oh.
They
Speaking of torture, I have to
those
go to the
two
bathroom.
coincide. I feel like.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah,
Hold it.
no, I
Yeah,
can't.
no.
I gotta go.
Are you going right now?
Yeah, I'm going.
Oh my.
All right, we're out
Deuces.
Is that what you're
Literally.
doing? Oh, don't say that. Oh
All
my
right, but
goodness.
no.
He'll be back.
Hope not.
Let's look at the
Let's
helmet
just
for
put the
now.
helmet there.
But no. Phil also said, I'm sorry, Sile said, no, she's drinking the Kool-Aid. Phil, I don't know, it didn't sit right. Yeah, it didn't sit right. It was kind of weird that she was having a hard time believing that the armor didn't like freak out or go deeper with that. I think it's interesting that she didn't tell Din first. Still,
Yeah, that is interesting.
I mean, obviously she was alone with the armor. She hasn't been alone with Din yet, at least in the show. So
Yeah, but the armor is kind of like the wizard or like the wise one who knows kind of more than everybody else. I think she's probably one of the oldest among them. Although Bo-Katan's pretty old too, so could be the two of them. But she's kind of just the wise one. It was interesting that she said at first that that it was like a vision, that you may have seen a vision of the. It's an interesting vision or whatever she said. I forget exactly what she
Yeah,
said.
it's if you saw it's your special or something like that, or I don't know.
right, do the living waters cloud your judgment when you're there?
Right?
You
Does
know,
it like actually mess with your mind?
Does it play in? You know, like certain.
Maybe there wasn't
I'm
one.
trying to think, like the spice of
Life.
you know.
Sugar
Like the
and
Dune from
spice.
Dune, you know,
Oh,
the
yeah,
spice
from
kind of
Dune.
like changes a little bit of what you
Hmm.
perceive. Maybe they could play that angle, but I think it's really
I
the
think it's real
Mythosaur.
too. Yeah.
And I think the armor may be playing it off, like no, you didn't, and now she's gonna go tell everybody or something.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
she
don't
is
think-
bad.
Not safe
I
with
don't
me.
feel like the armor really cares. At this point, I just feel like the armor only really cares about
Her
the
group.
way
Yeah.
and making armor. You know what I
Yep,
mean? I
exactly.
feel like she's locked into her role and she's fine with that. I don't feel like she's really the one who wants to do anything more. That's
Yeah,
just the kind of
right.
the feeling I get with the armor now. Like I
She's
don't feel like
content.
she's gonna
She's-
backstab Bo to go ride the Mythosaur. You know, I think she's more like, oh, you saw the Mythosaur. That's awesome. That might mean something more for you. You know.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think she's solely focused on the children of the Watch and being the mother to the children, and including Paz and all that.
She's like a really great support role.
And she's managing
Wise.
Din because Din kind of came into their space as a foundling,
Yeah.
and he's obviously gone on his way, and but you know what I'm saying, like he visited the culvert, I guess, but part of his mess ups got rid of that culvert out of, was it Navarro that they were at in the beginning?
Yeah,
Culvert?
they were on Navarro. Yeah,
Right.
that's where the culvert was.
Part of his dealings with Grogu, then, as being a going out for, what's the word, like Boba Fett, they were bounty hunters.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Being a bounty hunter
they were-
led him to Grogu, which made a big problem for
When
all
they
of
hid
the
their
culvert.
numbers, and Navarro was a lot more scarce then as well.
Yeah.
But something happened. I mean, obviously, at the end of season, was it season 1 or season 2? They got destroyed, like most of them. So they had to rebuild.
Yeah. So
That was crazy.
you can kind of blame Din for them having to rebuild. Like it makes sense that they were upset with
Yeah, because
Mando.
they came out of hiding for him and Grogu.
Yeah. It's there's all kinds of stuff going on here, but anyway, another comment here. We
Your
got
spot has been taken.
Phil. Let's see. Silas said the pauldron matches Din's armor because Phil said Bodin again. Also, some more evidence.
does.
Eventual hashtag Dinbo. She has a new pauldron that matches Din's armor. That doesn't seem subtle.
They're coming together, baby.
yep,
It's
yep.
happening.
It's
Does
another
he have
sign.
the mythosaur? Or
No, he does
He
not.
has
he
the
has
mud
the
horn.
mud horn. He
but
does
just
not.
the silver matches.
But the
The
silver,
silver,
yeah.
the
Just
shiny
the no
Beskar.
paint. The no
Okay.
I think that
Silver-
looks awesome.
Right.
And
Just
Phil said that's true. That's some good narrative.
Mm.
And then now here we go. Check this out. Silas said, I could be reaching, but these dudes are sucking me into the Dinbo hype.
Dinbo.
Maybe. Well, I
is
don't
the
want to
way.
take credit.
This
You
is the
got to
way.
make your own decisions,
Yeah, it's up to
Silas.
you.
But
You
it's
know,
all
Just
good.
know it's the right decision.
It's
if
the
you come
right
this way.
Wow, no, you can choose for yourself.
You can have your own opinion.
We respect
And be
everyone's
wrong.
opinions here.
And Eddie Bear
Speak for yourself.
said he's sucked in already. So
Nice.
join the club.
Yeah, baby.
Phil said, like, meh, when you follow the way, you see many things. Talking about the armor, I think.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't know about what. I don't know about that. Probably seeing the mythosaur, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe about
Kind of
seeing the
like,
mythosaur.
I don't know.
They might. He's not sure. Or
Yeah.
they're not sure. Sorry.
Din owed Paz from Eddie said Din owed Paz from saving him and Grogu. And Grogu in season 1, episode 3 against the Bounty Hunters Guild.
That's
Yep.
true chiz.
Yeah.
True.
Well,
what?
so he definitely
Cheers.
helped him back by saving his
cheese.
son. So kind of.
Right. That's what
Even.
he's saying. That's what he's
Oh,
saying.
that's what you're saying.
That's
Oh,
what he's
sorry.
Come on,
That's what he's
Dustin.
getting at.
Oh,
Get
well,
on the same
gears are
page.
turning a little slow.
Thanks, Eddie, for clarifying that with Dustin.
Thank you.
And Phil said, personally, I'm starting to see it like this. Here we go. The mythosaur isn't a creature that needs to be seized, more like witnessed for views and beliefs to change. It is a symbolic sequence.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that begs the question again, though: was it real?
Well,
I
I
think
sure
so.
hope
That's
I
so.
think it was
that's an
real.
answer to that question.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And they go on.
So okay.
So it's like a spiritual journey.
It's like walkabout.
Right.
It's like,
Like-
a walkabout.
Like we saw the mythosaur. Like, what are you talking about, fact checker?
I swear I saw him.
Okay, we're gonna keep going on these, but yeah, it's it said mother-in-law. LOL. Is that what we're talking about?
What's that
Mother-in-law
back to?
for armor, maybe, or
Oh
'cause
yeah,
I said she's the
Yeah.
mom of everybody.
yeah, yeah.
The armor to Bo Katan. Armor to
Ew.
Bo Katan. Sorry,
Yeah.
Phil. Thank you. If I read the next comment, it usually
Helps us.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta read.
We're still
the
pretty
first
new at
I'm
this.
more of a
second one.
paragraph guy. I'm sorry. Like I see a line and it's a totally new thought.
Right.
My brain.
It's like input.
These
Input.
can't go together.
Everything else is erased.
One of these things is not like the other.
One of these things just doesn't belong.
Yeah, the armor to Bo-Katan, and then
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Phil Jr. Good take on the mythosaur. Thank you. And then I think everybody else in the comments he was talking about too. So
Yeah.
definitely for sure. I that just the mythosaur. I feel like this whole season now is based around the mythosaur. in
The
a lot
myth
ways.
of the mythosaur.
The myth of the mythosaur. It
The
is
mythosaurian
They
myth.
need to get what's his name to do a nature documentary.
Carl Weathers.
Yeah, Carl Weathers. No, I'm
Favreau.
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 No. Who's the guy who always does the penguins?
Oh,
The actor, the
David.
no. Sorry,
Yeah, what? I don't know where you're going.
I'm
with
leading
this.
us down the wrong.
You
He
mean
played
like
God
Animal
in
Planet and
Bruce
stuff?
Almighty.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. We need
Oh.
Morgan Freeman to do the Mythosaur nature documentary
I like how you go
could've
to
just
Bruce
said, like-
Almighty for
to get to Morgan
Freeman.
Freeman.
Yeah.
Look,
God.
yeah, I was gonna say
Morgan
like
Freeman?
just a normal.
I had to get there somehow. Okay,
Shawshank.
it's
Yeah.
a roundabout way, but
Shawshank
we got there.
Redemption.
Okay, that's the most recent movie I saw
That's
him in.
good. I couldn't think of Bounty Hunter 5 seconds ago.
Right.
Can't even
Still
do
took
his
me
voice.
3
Can you-
seconds to get it out.
Can you do his voice?
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, do it.
That's all I can do.
Them.
That's
Yeah,
I could
do
hear
it.
it.
Say the Mythosaur.
I needed more of a
Morgan
sentence,
Freeman.
The
though. to hear it.
Mythosaur. Narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
That's I can hear
Your
it.
sick voice too. It
Yeah, I
works.
know. Yeah, my voice is a little goofy.
Well, at least you look good. Awkward silence. Much to see. Moving on. Cyrus
Much to
said
see, moving on.
it would be wild if nobody ever claims the Mythosaur. That's a huge blue. Oh, yep.
Yep.
That is.
Yep.
I thought you were gonna stop at a period, and
Yeah,
then you
Should have
didn't.
stopped.
You got to read before you
It's
speak.
PG.
kind of
We're
like,
PG here. Sorry, we're PG.
We got to keep it family friendly.
Family
bud.
friendly.
Definitely would not be the payoff that they.
Yeah, no.
They would. Well,
Well, yeah, and I think that's why they're not going. I don't think it's like she's seeing it, but it's not real. I think it's an actual mythosaur.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think
I
everybody's
sure
going to be
did.
like, holy
was the
cow.
water disturbed? I'm gonna have to go back. Was the water, like around it affect? You know what I'm saying?
I
Was
get
it
what you're saying.
glowing?
What are you saying?
He's asking if it was
Was it
moving.
glowing?
Physics. When
Oh, you
she
mean
Was the
like
swam.
Mythosaur
were there
moving the
waves?
water?
Was it
Oh, like
ripples?
wavy?
Yes.
I don't think there were when they got like.
Bubbles, ripples.
like
you know
when
what
she
I'm
was
saying?
Yeah, see,
looking-
because I don't think he was awake. I think he was just sleeping there.
'Cause it
Uh,
did-
And then when she
Open.
swam by him, that's when he woke up.
Because we've pretty much confirmed that he didn't get pulled down, Din, right? He was,
Right,
He was
yeah.
just heavy, and even though it seemed like it, it was weird.
Yeah.
But
Still got to look at the math on that.
yeah. But she woke the Mythosaur up basically whenever she flew past him, right?
Yeah.
It don't. Yeah, that don't.
And then
that-
she came back up and shined the light in his
that thing
eyeball,
was-
and he's like, ah!
5 more minutes,
He's not
mommy.
allowed
The
to
mythosaur
sleep.
doesn't like when a light is shining on his eye.
How long
Neither
has
does
it been
Morgan Freeman.
since Night of a Thousand Tears?
Ooh, it's been
Like a decade, maybe?
so no. That happened
days.
during. It
Couple
would have been
decades.
before episode 4, right?
So if it's been
Yeah.
hibernating ever since,
Or was it during? It could have been during episode.
Was
4.
it-
I'm not sure. It was after
Yeah.
Rebels. It was after Rebels, but somewhere in between.
Right, yeah.
During the original trilogy,
Yep.
either right before or during. I'm not sure. So it probably is about. I'd say about like 10 years. Because we're 5 years after
Nope.
Return of the Jedi,
Yeah.
right?
Let's consult the chart.
Or it's
the
7 years.
timeline, if you will.
we
I'm
can
not
look at the
exactly sure.
timeline.
Yeah.
Timeline.
It may or may not have that part on it. I don't
Right.
think it does actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've confirmed the actual time of when it happened. I mean,
Right.
Favreau and Filoni would know, but
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Maybe.
gotta be. I'm just guessing why.
something
I'm
like
wondering
that.
how long the Mythosaur may have been asleep. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
it was, let's say, it was truly hibernating or something,
Yeah, he's just dormant.
dormant, because there's no
Yeah.
light, there's no action, there's no,
well,
or maybe the gas or the toxicity kind of like put him to sleep or something.
no, but the Mythosaur had been. They thought it was extinct for generations.
Oh.
Like
Right.
It had been like hundreds of years since anyone saw a Mythosaur. But it's an aquatic creature, and it can come on land, so it
Yeah.
can live in both atmospheres. So I think what happened was, as they were like attacking all the Mythosaurs back in the day, like ancient times, basically, I think some went into hibernation.
Yeah.
Or one
That would
went into
make sense.
hibernation because they were all getting killed off deep in the planet Go.
So if the if Yoda was born at 900 BBY, let me get my laser pointer here.
Yes.
All right. Yep.
Then that would make the Mythosaur
So
way
much
over here,
older.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like it's ancient, almost
Like
ancient
Old
times.
Republic.
Yeah, like almost Old Republic.
Yeah.
Where's my pen? Why is my pen?
Where's my pen?
It's like a lot.
What a
Wow,
bunch of
look at those
junk.
dots.
This thing is so stupid. But anyway, you get it.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
get
you
We
can
get
do
it.
it. You can do it. Draw it in on the timeline, and we'll check it later.
Check it, yo. But yeah, so that's what I think. But I think the bombing, opened up those chasms.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
it
they
crawled
talked
out.
about. And then by her going down there, or them going down there, they're the first ones to go that deep of
Yeah.
the Mythosaur lair, and that woke up the Mythosaur as they went past. And it was significant because there are ancient Mandalorian, what was it, prophecies
Yeah.
that the Mythosaur would return, right? That somebody It was something
I
to
think
do
so.
like that.
Yeah, something like
There was
that.
like a prophecy,
Along
of
those lines.
Mythosaur prophecy that it would happen again or rise again,
Yes.
and they would rule that way. So it's kind of
Right.
almost fulfilling that prophecy, and you'd think the armor would have said something about that.
Yeah, maybe she knows something.
Maybe she knows, and maybe she's just letting it play
She's
out.
keeping it secret.
She's keeping it
Keep it
safe.
secret. Keep it safe.
Go any which way they want to at this point. I'm pretty
Yes.
excited.
Baggins. Yeah, no, for sure.
Baggins?
Anyway.
We got some more comments here.
Where are we at?
Yeah. Good take on the Mythosaur.
JQ.
Thanks.
Yeah, JQ.
So I was saying it would be wild if nobody ever claimed.
Yeah,
he
we
was
already
a
read
ghost.
that one.
I'm sorry. I'm
Come
so
on,
sorry.
man.
Okay.
He reads the whole thing again.
Right.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
Dustin, I
I've
never
never
thought
seen-
somebody could lose so much in her.
I
forget
a
so
lot
much.
quickly. Okay.
So quickly.
I've never seen her ever
Fight or tame a
fight or
beast.
tame a
Fight,
beast.
yeah.
Yeah. Or Bo-Katan, is that what
Yeah.
we're talking about? Yeah. We haven't seen her yet, but it could happen. You know?
Yeah,
It
she
could
hasn't, even,
Yeah.
she hasn't even fought anything in the Clone Wars.
Yeah. The Clone Wars. It was just other.
it was just other Mandalorians.
Well,
yeah, for sure.
People.
But Din he had to conquer his fear in episode 1, so he rode that what was it called?
Blurg.
The Blurg.
Blurg.
And
and Queel was like,
put him
"Your
in his
people-
place.
Your people rode the Mythosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You suck at this
Yeah,
for
he's
somebody
like,
who rode
why
the
are you-
Mythosaur.
Why are you a pansy?
Why are you the way that
Why are you even a Mandalorian at this
Imagine
point?
a color.
Imagine a color. You
I
can't
like
be.
how they have connected, even though Quill's gone. Maybe he's never gone, but I like how they've
Right,
connected
he's
the
never
things
really
that he said with IG-11. He's still around through, the Mythosaur lore, the mytholore.
the Mytholosaur. Sor?
So it's
Yeah,
pretty
and-
cool.
And Phil also said here, perhaps the Mythosaur scared Bo straight. That's definitely a good take
Yeah.
on that. We do think that might have
It's
scared her
kinda-
straight into a new path, which
Yeah.
is with the
cult.
way.
Like
Oh.
maybe this stuff isn't that made up.
Yeah, like maybe these
Yeah.
people aren't just crazy fanatics. Maybe there's a point, especially how Din treats it.
Maybe cults
far it's a
are
joke.
good.
Oh no, oh, no.
Right, Matt?
Key lesson
It's
takeaway.
more of like a religion than it is anything else.
All right, updated. We got an updated.
There we go.
There it is.
Beautiful.
The Mythosaur tamed.
And then the
Gorgeous.
Rocky timeline.
Yeah. It was all ups and downs.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Isn't that good?
That's perfect, man.
That's great.
The Mythosaur tamed. Yeah, and Mandalorian lore, the Mythosaur being tamed and ridden by the first Mandalorian, Mandalore the Great. I think it was.
Mandalore the Great.
He's the one who brought all the Mandalorians together
Yep.
first before the
He
Dark
united
Saber.
them.
And then it was Tar Vizsla,
Tarvias.
who was a Jedi Mandalorian.
Yep.
And who united everybody again through the Dark Saber. So there's a little bit of
Mhm.
competing things going on there.
Right.
So whoever rides the Mythosaur could lead all the Mandalorians, or whoever has the Dark Saber could
feel
lead
like-
all the Mandalorians. So which one's going to win?
I
Right.
feel like
If
the
it's two different
Mythosaur
ones.
is just more superior.
Right?
To a Dark Saber?
But the Mythosaur with the Darksaber would be unstoppable.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
yes,
That,
of
that's
course.
probably what's going to
He's the ruler of Mandalore now.
What if it was just both of them? Like Bo and
Well, yeah,
Din
that's what
riding
he's
on the
saying.
That's what
Mythosaur
we've
into
been
the
saying.
sunset.
No one disagrees with that.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Come on.
But it's
man.
called the Mandalorian, not these.
They change it for
Mandalorians?
next-
Or
the
the
next
season.
Mandalorians.
The next season is
Maybe
the
Man-
Mandalorians.
Yeah. Maybe Mandalorian is plural.
Maybe it's the Mythosaurians.
The Mythosaurian.
All right, we got much to see. We're
Yeah.
gonna finish these comments, then we gotta move
Bad
on.
batch.
All right. Where were we again?
JQ, as proud of some episodes, scared Bo straight, and tell me, JQ, tell me there was once she ever fought or tamed a beast.
Yeah.
Tell me that there was once she ever fought or tamed a beast.
We haven't seen that, I don't believe.
No.
Yeah.
Not-
we haven't.
And then
Clone Wars.
Siocin said
yeah,
she
this
did this
episode.
episode and got wrecked.
Yeah.
There you go.
She got smacked.
She got flap
Shot,
slapped.
whipped
She had
around.
Flap slapped. That just sounds messed
It
up.
does. It sounds weird.
Flap slapped.
Never
Flap
s-
slapped.
We need to stop saying that.
Well,
Yeah.
it's fun to say.
Well, stop agreeing with the cults, okay?
Yeah, okay.
I never agreed with them.
You
You just
I
think
just
they're
joined 'em.
great. I just joined. You have more fun as a follower, but you
We're-
make more money as a leader.
name that reference.
I said it backwards, but
can't.
Yeah.
you get the gist.
Dude, I get it. That's hilarious. All right, and JQ says, speaking of episode 1, will we ever see Queel's grave in that episode of Navarro? That
Yeah,
would
that's
be,
true.
That would be nice. That would be a nice touch if
Yeah.
they were back on Navarro and
Well,
they
I
actually
mean-
go to his grave.
They made a statue of IG-11, so why wouldn't they make a statue of Queel?
either a statue or at least a nice,
Or,
like
yeah,
name something
monument.
after him. You know what I mean?
The Queel Library.
You're thinking really big here.
If nothing else, Din should do something in his honor.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. That would be
'Cause
cool.
He was
That'd be
holding on to
cool.
Grogu, wasn't he? And then
heard
Grogu, he
that.
tried to fight when they came, but he didn't really. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
He gave it his best. He gave it a good quill best.
Yeah.
Real breast, baby. All right. So
Right.
we're gonna. Any other thoughts on this episode? We're gonna rate it and move on. But man, it was a good episode.
It was a really good.
Twas solid.
Oh,
Solid.
man, pros are there. A few
Oh.
cons, but really the pros really outweighed the cons.
Oh, yeah.
100.
Oh man,
For sure.
yeah.
Oh, Mando.
The
he's
thing,
fantastic.
the thing
man,
with the
though.
cons is they can learn. You know.
Yeah.
Hopefully, going forward between Mandalorian and Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
It's
teaching
more of
them.
like a minor thing than it is like a major.
Right.
Like it's
Right.
not ruining the show.
It's not
just like,
last
come
week's
on, guys.
episode.
It just seems like common sense, though, even if you're not a soldier, to maybe try different ways
Right.
Yeah. Maybe.
than
Different
repeating
tactics.
yourself.
Yeah. Don't do the same thing over and over again. All right.
That is
Let's
the definition of insanity.
insanity. Speaking of insanity, let's rate this insane episode.
Yeah.
All right. We do it out of 10 here. And
Yep.
we also do, what do we call it? Warm and cold. I think I'm overdoing it. All right, let's
Yeah.
just
Just
rate it out
rate
of
it
10.
out of 10.
It's
Warm and
definitely
cold.
warm. We're bringing it in warm for sure.
It's on
but
fire.
Out of 10, let's switch it up and go with the fact checker. Let's rate it out of 10.
Ho ho!
I would do.
Amiga,
Oh,
don't screw this up.
You got one shot at redemption.
oh dear, 9.
Yep. You screwed it up.
That's it.
Done.
Wrong answer.
Right. Yeah, Dan,
Incorrect.
Dan, where were you?
Really?
Really? All right, Dan, what'd you think of this episode?
It was
Rate it.
really amazing. We're out of 10 here.
Out of 10, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9.25.
Yep.
9
Nice.
and 1/4.
9
Yeah.
and a quarter.
1/4 portion.
1/4 portion.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt? Give us a rating. Do it with your eyebrows
I'd
only.
say 9.5.
Yeah.
Ooh,
He likes the
That's
action.
probably one
Action.
of
The
the.
action.
That's
and-
like the
and-
highest you've given. I think.
I don't know. I can't keep
He's
track.
done that. I think he's done
I think
that
we
one
should
before.
write it
I've
down
rated
so
a
we know.
lot of things. I don't know, but I can't keep track.
Okay.
That's not my job.
Torture
Right.
and
Cults.
cults are his job. That's his area of expertise. And action.
Absolutely.
All right, Nick,
Yeah, I'll give it a 9.25. Same with Dan.
you'll give it a what?
9 and a quarter.
9 1/4, baby.
He only does
Quarter
fractions.
All right, cool. That's a good. Yeah. that's
9
good.
and 1/4.
9 1/4.
What did Matt give it? Sorry.
9.5.
9.5.
Oh,
Don't worry
wow.
about
All
it.
right.
Don't worry about it.
I was worried until I heard it.
This is the
He
cult
was
of Matt. We don't question
freaking
anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Matt on this one. I'm gonna go 9.5 too. 9.5, dude. This was a solid episode. It was concise. It was to the point. We didn't have a lot of fluff. We learned some big things in this episode. Well, one big thing, and then Ahmed Best was in it. That was
Yep.
enough for me to just. I got so hyped when I saw him,
Right.
especially like following him. Even that Jedi show, like
Yeah.
who would have thought that they would use like a kids show like that,
Exactly.
and then
Right.
use that as a jumping point for him to save Grogu? Like what?
Right.
That's what I
It's-
love
it's
about
awesome.
it. I was like, they did that. Only they could do it. Only Favreau and Filoni and Ahmed Best could do that, and
Yeah.
Carl Weathers.
Only they could pull it off.
Only they could pull it off. So 9.5 there. Action sequences were great. It was fun to see. We talked more about the Mythosaur. Also, Grogu got a chess piece. We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah.
That
You
was
got a chess
cool.
piece.
Although
Oh,
it did
yeah.
seem like he was going to fall forward.
Right.
Like,
I thought
was
it
way
was
too
top
heavy.
heavy.
I thought it was going to become a shield because it was just
Right.
a circle. Like,
Yeah.
That'd be fun if he used it
Awkward
as a shield.
chest-
They don't know what his body shape is. They're like, circle.
Never seen under them cloaks.
Armor's just like,
Let's just
gonna
guess.
Point. Circle.
Oh, that's an
I
awkward
think
body shape.
I think that might end up becoming like a shoulder piece or something.
Oh, yeah, when he gets older.
I see.
Right,
shoulder.
right. Because she said he was going to grow into it.
Yeah.
Grogu into it. Wow. fact
They
checker. You
reuse
should have said
Yeah.
that into the mic.
armor.
But or it could be the top of a helmet or something.
That-
Yeah.
but
I-
Covers his face.
what?
That was a cool thing they mentioned though was the rewards or whatever the Mandalorians get with the what's it called?
foundlings?
No. Well,
they
percentage of their
Yeah, they're
Earnings,
earnings or
or
whatever
findings, or keeping whatever.
Yeah.
get
Tributes.
melted down for
The
foundlings.
foundlings.
Yeah.
It's real. It's a smart culture. I mean,
It is.
It's a smart cult, Matt, because they they
smart cult,
invest
Matt.
into the next generation. They want to keep bringing up more Mandalorians. They don't want their
Right.
history to just
Dwindle.
or
Yeah.
diminish. They need to grow their numbers, and they need to invest in that and become more powerful. The
Yeah.
more they have, the more powerful they will become. They will become.
You will be assimilated.
You will be assimilated.
That's what I feel
Just in
like it
case
is.
you didn't care, the
Just
ratings
in case you
averaged out
didn't
to 9.3 for this week.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
We got it on the stat.
Fact checker really brought us down.
I don't know what the title of this episode was.
The Foundling.
Okay, there you go.
Yep.
The Foundling.
By
And,
Carl Weathers, man. He did such a good job.
The Carl.
Yeah, I just didn't like the creatures, the raptor.
You didn't like the
as
Raptors?
much. No, I'd rather see more people and story that way, not offshoot animals.
You don't like death?
You don't like death. You don't like destruction.
Anyway, you
weird.
can remove my rating if
You don't like a good old
all
we
fashioned
gotta
part of
keep
the
it.
game.
It's all part of the game now.
It's
You-
on the
you've done us
timeline.
in.
It's on the timeline.
You've already
boy.
done did messed up.
And it
done
happened back when the Mythosaur
You
tamed.
done did messed up, Aaron.
Hey,
Ron.
Ron.
You want to go to war,
Dinbo.
Dinbo?
Dinbo! All right, let us know in the comments what you thought of this episode. I know we've got a lot of comments flying out there, but if you're watching this afterwards, let us know in the comments afterwards as well. We love to hear from everybody. So thank you, everybody who's been commenting tonight and who comments later, and for subscribing and for being Nick's friend.
Buddy buddies with Nicholas.
Nobody's my friend. All right, so I think that pretty much sums it up for this week, and we probably missed a few things, so let us know again in the comments if we missed anything.
Yeah.
Do you want to hit a few comments before we go?
Yeah, because it's talking about
The armor?
Mando before he switched to Bad Batch.
Yeah, real quick. Let's hit them real fast, and we got to move on.
Okay, so let's see. Phil said the reason IG-11 was remembered because he was the first character to see Din's face.
That's
True.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But he wasn't living.
He wasn't
not
living, so
living.
it didn't matter.
I am not a living thing.
I can't wait for IG-11 to come back. Actually.
Yeah,
It's gonna be-
kill him
If
machine.
they even bring him back.
Yeah, they will. They said it.
They better not go through all that work in the first
Yeah.
Right,
first
yeah.
episode of
And then
the
they fire him
season.
up again and they got to kill him because he's
You want me to
reverting
rapid
to
fire
his-
through some more of these?
or just forget about him in general.
right.
Well, also, Sayosin also said pretty solid episode of
Yeah.
the batch. Okay, we're going to get to that.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So that's what you're saying. I'm sorry. Yep.
Yeah, and then down low.
Why don't I
it
just
says,
let you do it?
JQ said, "Is Grogu going to remove his Jedi clothing and replace it with Under Armour clothing?"
Yeah. I mean, he already has that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's got that
They
mithril
got
armor.
that, huh?
that would be interesting. Phil said, "Beskar armored Grogu."
Yeah.
He's kind of that way already, though.
Right.
Right?
And then into a Jedi.
Yeah.
A Jedi
Wearing-
Mandalorian.
He'd be the
Now
next
you're
Jedi
talking.
Mandalorian.
JQ and Phil Jr. can't wait to see Grogu in full Beskar. That's going to be pretty
Right.
cool.
That is.
I
Wait
wonder
till
what his
that
I
reveal.
wonder what his helmet's gonna look like.
Maybe.
This is
Yeah,
the
it'd be weird with the ears.
Yeah.
Well, I
They'd
think-
have to be
yeah,
outside.
They're just
Yeah.
going to be outside.
It's just they'll still look weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, oh man, that's how they keep Grogu fresh. though,
Yeah.
really. Like every season, they just keep adding some armor.
new clothing.
Right.
I mean, because they just did. Obviously, we're gonna have to get him saying his first word. That's gonna
Right.
be a big moment for
Yep.
everybody. That's how him growing up, like Ahsoka, kind of growed up.
Growed up. She Grogu'd up. Got it.
How she Grogu'd up in the Clone Wars was fascinating to see, and that's why Ahsoka
Yeah.
became like a lot of people's like favorite character
Right.
in
Yeah,
Star
she was
Wars.
good.
And that's kind of what they're doing with Grogu. Although it's going to be weird to hear him actually say words. That's
Right.
going to
I
be
wonder
weird.
who they're
I'll
gonna
be
get the
happy to
voice.
see him start growing up and get some action.
Some
Yeah.
action.
Yeah, but how adorable was his walk into the cave, though?
Right.
That was pretty
It
cute.
was a little-
It was a little
His
shuffle,
little
Like
waddle.
he really didn't go anywhere. He just tapped his feet.
shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Waiting for someone
Yeah.
to pick him up.
You
and carry
guys
him.
really are falling for Disney's tricks, aren't you?
Yeah, we are.
Every
Oh man,
time.
you're right.
They know how to get us.
Don't
We haven't
say
fallen
that.
for all their tricks.
Not all
okay?
the tricks. We got them. We got them figured out, but they got us figured out.
We got them figured
I'm
out.
kidding.
We got him dialed in.
Eddie or Island Punch Productions. How many seasons do you think Mando should go on for? Phil said at least 6. So it's
At
kind
least
of
six.
going back in the comments.
Yeah.
6 is a lot. The
That is a
Clone Wars
lot.
was 7.
As long as they can keep up a storyline.
Right.
You see a lot of shows where they just continue on for 8 seasons
Yeah, and
or
it's
whatever, and they screw up the last
Yeah,
half of
you're
it.
like, you should have
and
stopped
there's
a long time
nothing.
ago.
Like it was solid in the first half, and then you had us in the first half.
And then you're like, why does this show even exist
Yeah.
anymore?
It becomes the Dark Knight.
DC shows
a
looking at
famous
you.
line from The Dark Knight. You either die a hero or
Yep.
you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yep,
That is TV shows
Yep.
in a lot of ways.
for sure.
I think I can name a few off the top of my head, but I'm
Yeah,
not.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Let's
could too.
let's get into this Bad Batch
Yeah,
episode
we
so
got
we
hop
can
in,
wrap
hop,
this up.
hop in.
Were there any other comments, Dan?
They like 6. Somebody said 4.
Yeah,
Favreau
between
started
4 and
to
6.
write season 4 already. Yeah, 4 is ready.
Yeah.
So
that's
4
right.
was
So
solid for Rebels. That was like, and they
That was
planned
true.
that out.
Amazing,
They
actually.
had that.
That's a good way. The
It would
thing,
make me sad to see it end in the next season, but
yeah,
maybe if we start getting some Star Wars movies back in the
Right.
can, that'd give us something to look forward to.
right.
Or do you guys even want Star Wars movies? We can answer
I
that
want
they
later.
do it
I
right.
want movies back.
I want
but
good
done right.
movies.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. A little
No more
Thrawn
sequel
trilogy.
trilogies.
Yeah, I say so. I say
Maybe
I
you
say-
get 4. Maybe get 4 Mandos, 4 Ahsoka, so Ahsoka can carry the torch.
I think what they
I like
should do
Ahsoka.
actually is they should do like 6 for Mando, but what they need to start doing is they really need to start crossing over,
Yeah.
like the
Connecting them.
Doing
like
the
the
whole,
Marvel universe
yeah.
or the Star Wars universe,
Yep.
leading to Thrawn, and then
Well,
the last like season of Mando is like all of them going up against Thrawn. So we get one more season of Mando leading to Thrawn, but we're connecting them with Ahsoka, and I think they got some other shows planned, maybe
Mando,
Skeleton Crew or
Ahsoka.
stuff like that. That would be the way I'd like to see it. Build
Yeah.
it up to something massive, and then you could even end the entire thing with a movie. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like like an epic, like 2.5-hour Star Wars movie that's
Yep.
all about like completing the Mandoverse.
Right.
I think that would be the way to do it. If I were to do that, I would do that.
If you were to do that, he would do
It
that.
just makes common sense.
All right.
Listen to us.
Cool.
All right, so we've rated it. We've talked about it for hours. So let's get to the Bad Batch. Thank you everybody for commenting. It's been a lot of fun. Do you guys have anything else
Lot
before
of
we
fun.
move
The
on?
last one from Jay Cuban is the reason he was answering why they're
Oh yeah.
going on with the planet and the creatures. Like he was confirming, the habitat planet is good for Mandos because they learn. Not only to learn, but people are better than creatures. I think.
Yeah.
Or creatures are better than people. The city's not manageable, basically.
Right. Yeah.
It's easier to hide to do their thing. Cults usually do live out in the woods.
Yeah, they're usually
Way
away
far.
from
How do you know that, Dan? Dead silence.
It makes sense. I don't know. You hear them on the
Just,
news. They're on
I've heard.
I've heard when you say the word cult, the next word in the sentence is usually compound,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
and it's usually out in the middle of nowhere in the desert.
yeah.
So here we are.
I think actually Waco, the documentary on Netflix, just came out today. Speaking of
Waco.
cults.
Yeah.
We live there.
Ironic timing.
Yeah,
there.
we live close.
Not promoting that. I have not seen it. I have no idea. It's just funny timing. So anyway, thank you for commenting on that. That will wrap up the spoiler section of Mando Season 3, Episode 4, The Foundling. Great
Yes.
job, Carl Weathers.
Yes.
That was fantastic. All right, now we're
Good
going to get
job.
to the Bad Batch, baby.
Never
This
do that again.
episode is Season 2, Episode 14.
Is it
And
14?
It's
Yeah,
called... Oh, shoot. What was it called? The Tipping Point.
Tipping
Point.
Point.
It's called
Typing point.
Typing Point. We type, you tip,
Typing point.
we spill all the beans. We're going to do some non-spoilers, and then we're going to do some spoilers. We're going to do non-spoilers real quick because
Yeah.
it's difficult for
They're
us.
difficult in general.
It was better than last week's episode.
Oh,
That's for
yeah.
sure.
That's for sure.
One hundo.
Hundo
Yeah.
percent.
Hondo?
Hondo? Onaka?
Oh,
Oh, he's not back.
Oh,
That's...
so
Hold
close.
They need
that's
him.
who we need in Mando.
No, it was good. We got to see some of our favorite characters. One favorite character in particular,
Right.
and it had the higher quality Bad Batch feel to it. It had some good action,
Right off
some
the bat.
intrigue. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's what they should have been doing the whole season.
Right.
It tied in, it expanded the Star Wars lore in
Mhm.
explaining how this transition has been coming about in, post, clones and the whole thing with the clones and the Stormtrooper transition with
Yep.
Empire.
Yeah, what a fascinating transition.
The changing of the guard.
Really cool
Yeah.
to see. It feels like the better Clone Wars episodes from
Yep.
seasons of Clone Wars, even Rebels maybe, because it ties in some of that. And you're gonna like it if you hadn't seen it. If you've been
Solid.
watching so far, and maybe you've been up or down or all around, we're almost to the end of the season.
Yeah.
And this is a good way to set it up for next week's 2-part season finale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we're almost to the. It's funny because we're almost to the end of the season, and they're just now getting good episodes. And it's like, where was this the entire season.
They don't.
What's wrong with you?
Show really?
They don't seem to
Yeah.
understand how to keep an audience.
No.
No.
No,
Like I
this is
said, 2 different shows.
they're just
And they roll
padding the
together.
runtime.
Yeah.
They had 3
Absolutely.
really good episodes in this season, maybe 4.
I think there's been
There's about
Yeah.
4, and then with Crosshair and the Emperor showed up, and there's all this crazy stuff. So if you delete all the fluff,
Yeah.
with Sid and whoever else, you get the real Bad Batch storyline, which feeds into the Clone Wars. They just had to pad the runtime.
Yep.
They're going 16 episodes. When you go 16 episodes, that's just tough in today's day and age.
Yeah, but what?
They
Like,
didn't
Only
why
it
did
should
they
be
have to
tough.
pad it?
They didn't
Why did they
need
have to
to.
pad it though?
No, they could have given you meat and potatoes.
They should have
Yeah.
just done like 8 episodes and then cut out all the fluff. And I think
Sayo Sin did like the fluff with Omega. He said the fluff with Omega was fun.
Yeah, that's because it was short.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Does he mean this episode?
Oh
or does he
yes,
mean-
this episode I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's because it
You're
wasn't
right.
drawn out the entire 30 minutes of
Yeah.
the episode.
They weren't beating a dead horse this
Yeah.
time.
That's
They.
Thank you.
I don't want to like
spoiler
give away
because
how
we're
they
still in the
did it, but-
non-spoilers. Yep.
Yeah.
But
Thanks, Sayo Sin. Yeah, I just wanted
yeah.
to touch on
Sorry,
that.
I thought you had more, Matt. I didn't want to cut you off.
No, yeah. I mean, it's just
that was
how
it.
they set up the episode. They
Structured it.
yeah, they
That's what I was
structured
gonna
it.
say. Yeah.
It should have
They
been-
finally.
They split it up and
Yeah.
made it more bearable to watch.
more palatable.
palatable. There's a word.
That's what they should have been doing the entire season.
Yeah, seriously, there's so many episodes during this whole season where they should have been bouncing back and forth between like different characters to make it more palatable to watch. Like
Yeah.
just sticking with one crew or one person it got a little old for certain situations, certain
Absolutely.
groups. So if you're bouncing back and forth, they finally did it. This is the first episode
of this season.
of this
Yeah.
season that they did that. And I'm like,
Yeah,
when
different
we were
times.
watching, we're like, why have they not done this sooner?
Right.
That would have made this whole show way better.
Yeah.
Way better. I get it in some ways for the runtime. Like they had just like, we have to get through all this, so it's just one episode. This is
Right.
just one
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
But it's like, come on. Yeah. So it was good. It was well laid out. Everything made sense. It was cohesive. Great action. It did definitely feel like even the animation felt like it was upped a bit in this episode because we're leading towards the finale,
Right.
and they were definitely going for it this episode. And it was
Yeah.
fun to watch. Like I enjoyed everything, and even the part with the one character was not that bad. Like,
The
it was
one
like-
character.
One character.
It was like, all right, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, good action. Sorry. I got to bend the
Everybody's
thing
like
so
watching, like,
people
what are
get
you
past.
doing?
Yeah. I got to bend it. Look, people got to get back. But yeah, it was solid action. They've been beating us over the head with one point. I feel like that it's now gotten really old to me.
Uh-huh.
We'll get into it in the spoilers. But
Yeah,
it's
let's do spoilers.
I say
Let's
we
do it.
hop in.
yeah. So
Jump
let's
right
just-
in,
Let's
boy.
just jump to the spoilers section. Do we rate it in the spoilers section? Yeah.
Yeah, we
okay.
do.
All right.
Why would
Anyway,
we rate
We
it
go
in the
over this
non-spoiler
every
section?
time.
Anyway.
Why do you
okay.
always forget this?
Look. I do.
Maybe I should. Maybe I should hit you over the head.
Maybe,
before we
I'll
start
remember.
the show.
Yeah, then I'll remember everything. But if you haven't seen the episode, it's definitely worth watching. I'll
Yeah.
just say that for the non-spoiler section. It's a good one.
It's a good watch.
It's the good, bad, the ugly. It's the good.
It's the good.
And if
Which is
you're tuning
the-
in and
wait,
you're
is-
watching
is-
and you have
it's
Mando
bad?
questions, you can still pop them in the chat and we'll get to them after we finish talking about Bad Batch at the end to close up the night.
yeah.
But we do like to talk about Bad Batch because we watched that right before Mando. And it was pretty good tonight. We've been following it. We followed it when there was no Mando for the last month. And it was
Right.
kind of painful.
It,
Yeah.
it hurt
But
us
now
a
that
little
it's-
bit.
Now that it's getting into the goods, it's time to give it the props that it deserves.
Exactly. Well said.
It was a good tipping point.
tipping point, good tipping
Oh,
point.
wow.
That's it. Get off
Omega
the show.
with the dad
You
jokes.
dirty dog.
You dirty dog, Omega. Omega?
Omida.
Omida.
Omega. All right, let's get into these spoilers. So, if you haven't seen the episode, 3, 2, 1.
Get out of here.
Get at it.
All right.
Everybody dies.
So, basically, Elia Kane is Omega.
Oh no! Please stop.
We should go
Just
into that.
stop.
It's possible, man.
Uh,
Okay, no. Bad Batch. I'm sorry. But she looks kind of like a Tamora Morrison, like a female version. Of
this is
Tamora
why this
Morrison.
show goes on for hours.
It is, but yeah, no. Bad
Yeah.
Batch starts off. Nick, just go with it.
bro.
Bro.
I was kind of right on what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not Crosshair leading the rebellion, though. It's Echo leading the rebellion of the clones.
Right.
There's a bunch of clones, and they rescue other clones because they're starting a clone army.
The
They're rising up,
clone uprising is
fighting
begun.
against the Empire.
Well, there was one moment whenever he was escaping
Yeah.
that I thought
I know, I was
maybe
like,
they are going to do a clone uprising in Mount Tantus.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, and I'm still unsure if that was planned or not.
Yeah, was she like that was the biggest question.
Right? Because she
The chick, I forget her name,
She stopped
who was the
torturing
second in
him.
command there. I forget her name, but anyway.
she stopped torturing him, and then the stormtrooper's like, "Oh, we were supposed to keep going until he gave us the answers."
She's like,
And then she injects him with something.
yeah, to wake him
And
up.
I'm like, I wonder if she did that to wake him up.
Well, I thought
Emery Carr.
Emery Carr.
it was
Like
to
I-
kind of get him to try escaping, get a message out to Clone Force 99
Yeah, but
Yeah.
to get him to come there or whatever.
Right, the trap. It was
the-
almost like a trap.
the
But
dialogue
at the
she
same
has with
time-
him is like, that wasn't her plan at all.
Well, and then the very end, whenever it's like jumping back and forth between
Yeah.
the main guy, Hemlock, and what's her name again? Emery.
Emery Carr.
Emery Carr. The dialogue between them and then the camera work. It was like
Yeah.
it's almost like she
Yeah,
she
was-
has sympathy for him.
Right. And
So
thankfully
what was
he didn't
that
shoot
about?
I think they're trying to set her up. She's a complicated character, and if and when there is, because he didn't kill her, he
her.
stunned
Yeah,
her.
he stunned her.
So
Yeah.
he saw something or felt like something was there.
Ooh,
Maybe
love
I'm
is
wrong.
in the air.
Oh, no.
Goodness.
Hello,
You know, but if
brown
it comes
eyes.
time to like, they're actually breaking out, a la, what's his name from
What?
What are you
Andor.
saying?
Andor.
Oh,
You know,
Yeah.
it's like the
Oh,
Like a la
id
carte.
I
est.
thought you were
a la-
worshiping
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
I
Like-
understood you, Dan.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. What was his name in? We quoted him.
Andor.
Kino Loy.
Kino
Kino
Loy.
Loy.
Kino Loy.
If they
can't
break
swim.
out and they're killing people left
One
and right because the
way
clones
out.
are breaking out with the Bad Batch,
Yeah.
and she's standing there, she maybe did a little bit, just enough to not be killed.
Not be killed.
Not
You
be
know,
dead.
and maybe that's they have future purposes. Maybe her character becomes important in Omega's life, or they're similar sounding voices,
Right?
So,
I think it's the same voice actress.
Is it?
I think so.
I think
Well,
so too.
For Chuchi, it definitely is.
Yeah.
But
I think
what's-
they're all the same
You think it
voice
is?
actors.
Oh, yeah, that could be.
Hey, we got
They
Tamara-
all
there's
sound the same.
Three
Maybe they're all
actors in
clones
this
of each
show:
other.
Tamora Morrison. You got
Right.
No.
or no, the guy that does the voices. For,
Yeah, what's his name?
Shoot.
Oh, goodness.
is he does Obi-Wan's voice too? or
No, it's who's the voice actor who does all the clones? I just lost
Anyway,
it.
that doesn't
Yeah.
really
I
matter.
can't
but-
remember it either.
He's awesome though.
We were just
Man,
talking
he does
about
such
him
a good
earlier.
job.
Matt,
He's
hit
like
me over the
basically
head really
entire
quick.
show. Yeah, hit me in the head.
No, I
You
like
got it? Oh.
I like that.
D. Bradley
breakdown.
Baker.
Yeah,
D.
D.
Bradley
Bradley
Baker,
Baker.
that's right.
Yeah,
There
he
you
does pretty much almost every voice in this.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
impressive.
Also, we got to see Fat Mace again. That was fun.
Fat Mace.
Was it Simpson that said that yesterday?
Someone said.
Somebody
Somebody
Yeah,
said that
it
in the
was.
chat. Yeah.
Oh, that
I
was
was like,
hilarious,
who was it?
dude? Yeah, call it out if that was you,
That's
because
just
that was
funny.
so funny.
Yeah.
We could not
Now
stop
or
thinking about that
forever
when we
hold
saw
your
him.
peace.
Right.
And the point I was getting to in this episode, the thing that I feel like they keep beating us over the head with is like, what are you other than a soldier? Omega
Yeah.
needs friends. It's like
Right.
that's like the whole fluff of the show. And it's like, I get it, okay? We get it, but this is the Bad Batch. Let's think about
yeah.
that after we've done some epic things. We don't need to keep thinking about that the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, you could do that with another character. Like,
Right.
they've done that with
Right.
other characters as they settle down, and they've done it
Right.
better.
I don't feel
Yeah.
that. I mean, they have kind of, but in the show, they haven't earned the right to settle down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because they haven't done enough epic things
They
to
haven't.
settle down.
I think they're just trying to find their path, but they're just taking the long way around.
I mean, literally,
Beating the dead horse.
yeah.
Oh, where do we belong? I don't know. What are we doing? I don't know.
I
Hunter, make a decision.
Yeah, that
you
was the
are
problem.
leader.
Yeah, they don't
Ugh.
make any decision. We actually said that. The fact checker said it while we were watching the episode because it was annoying because Echo kept asking Hunter. He's like, "So, do you think you're gonna stay here forever?"
Right.
Or so you're gonna do? He's like, "I don't know yet. We haven't decided."
Yeah.
And then the next question, he was like, "I don't know yet. We haven't decided."
Right.
We're like,
He's
make a
decisively
decision. Like,
he's decisively indecisive.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It's
And
like,
it's annoying.
yeah, come on. You're supposed to be the leader here, man.
Be a man.
Be a man.
Be a man.
Now that we're men.
Yeah,
We
copyright.
we
Yeah,
change
copyright.
your underwear.
No.
No, we're
Not right.
mad.
Not right song. Not the right song.
No, that,
Not right
It
song.
works. It works.
It does. It does.
But yeah,
You're all right, Matt. You're all right.
I was gonna say
Thank
though, the Echo and Rex have done more
Yes.
bad batching in this episode than the Bad Batch did
Yeah.
the entire season.
Where are their episodes at? That's what I
Seriously.
want to see.
The intro of this was like, yes, that's what the Bad Batch should be doing.
They should just be busting clones out left and right.
Yeah.
They
Right.
shouldn't be chilling on Pabu catching fish.
No.
Yeah, what the heck?
With Fat Mace.
Fat mace.
Who sound
They
like
got to get to
Morgan
work.
Freeman.
They got to get some. They got to.
Get your crap together.
Like when they get their stuff together, they can do some sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we got a plan. We got Plan 88. Let's see if they can follow through.
The Seeker.
we saw what they could do in Clone Wars. It was
Right?
cool.
Yeah,
or do they
that was
need
cool.
Omega
It
to
was
tell them like
sweet
Plan
nasty.
88? She's like, "What's Plan 88?" They're like, "It doesn't matter,
Doesn't
Omega.
matter.
You're not in the plan.
yeah, right. You're not part of the plan.
We're gonna
You
leave
weren't.
you
Get
on
outta here,
Pabu
kid.
forever, and we're gonna go save Crosshair, and then we're gonna start gathering up clones like Echo
Yeah.
and Rex."
Yeah.
Right.
And then we're gonna leave you, and maybe we'll come visit you when we want a vacation. But
But
we're
probably
never gonna
not.
settle
Don't
down
count on
because
it.
we
We're
are
soldiers.
and
Yeah.
we follow orders.
Well, and what I feel like should happen, what this whole show should be building towards is with the clone uprising, they're going to need somewhere to land. They're going to need somewhere to go where they're fighting
Recuperate.
for truth,
Yeah.
justice. And I feel like the only natural progression for that really is the Rebel Alliance,
Yeah.
or the beginning of the Rebel Alliance. So I
Right.
feel like the show should really be leading towards let's get all the clones together because we now know that the Empire is getting rid of us all. Let's get all the clones together and we need something to do. We need something to believe in again. And what is that? The Rebel Alliance.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So lead to the early Rebel Alliance. Get them over there. That's their fighting force. It shows that progression there. I think that would be a more interesting arc than what they've been giving us.
Right.
And that first sequence made sense with them rescuing other clone troopers,
Yeah.
And it was so cool to see. I love that detached ship.
Yeah, right.
Like-
the like little escape pod that they have.
Yeah, but it was like a boarding ship
Yeah.
specifically. I was like, that makes sense in space in
Yeah.
in ship to ship warfare,
Yep.
like a boarding party. That was so cool to see.
Silas and
He has a
put
really
a
good
comment.
point.
That was a good. I like it. It said, "Hunter is incredibly dry and boring.
Yep.
Wrecker is a one note and laughs inappropriately all the time.
Yep.
And Omega is annoying. Echo left for Rex, and Tech is carrying the Bad Batch."
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then the one before
he
that.
even said before that.
Oh, he
Go ahead.
said something.
They're giving Tech tons of character development.
Oh,
I
yeah.
almost wonder if they plan on offing
They
him.
might.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could see it happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he sacrifices himself.
It's just the way that's showbiz, baby.
Showbiz.
But I don't know. They don't really kill anybody in this show, though.
Ouch.
Well,
They
except
don't.
for the bad
They
guys.
only be stunning.
Yeah.
They only be stunning.
They only be stunning. Or other clones that we, Rampart.
Rampart,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
he
killed
did
them.
kill that one. But yeah, great take, Silas.
Yeah.
And that's a
The
really
Wrecker-
good take.
Especially the Wrecker one note. I remember saying that a couple
Yeah,
weeks ago.
It was
It's
funny
like-
and
it's-
fun in the beginning.
It's funny at the beginning, and then
It has
now it's
gotten-
just
It's just like okay.
repetitive. You're like,
Like, what else does he do?
and it's the same lines too. I feel like every
Yeah.
time.
yeah.
It's nothing new.
He's like, he's like, at
They
least-
they
He's
make
just
him just
maniacal.
look. I mean, essentially is, but like the stupid.
He's just a big
grunt.
dumb oaf.
yeah, he's a
Yeah.
strong guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they,
I can't say the term I was gonna say,
Like
but it might be frowned upon.
a
but
dum dum.
a dum dum.
a dum dum.
Caveman. He's a caveman.
He's a
There you go.
brute. Yeah,
A brute caveman.
he's like that meme I sent where it's like in where he's just a grunt and he can't figure out. But feathers.
Oh, yeah.
it's the same.
It's the barbarian.
the
Yeah.
barbarian. Yeah, that's what he is.
What's heavier, a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers?
feathers.
That's right. It's steel because steel is heavier than feathers.
And then it shows all the rest of like
Right.
the paladin and like the wizard and like
they're
all
both a
these other-
kilogram.
They're both a kilogram.
What?
And he's What?
he's just so confused
Yeah, he's so
all
confused.
the time.
He's like, but steel's heavier
Yeah.
than feathers.
I feel like that's what they're doing with records. Like, don't make him think. He's just got to say stupid stuff and be funny.
Yeah, but even now
it's not
he's
funny.
not even saying funny things
No,
anymore.
he's just and
he's
it's
just
like,
laughing.
what was that for? Like, are you all right? Are you mentally unstable?
Yeah, the creativity of the show is
Yeah.
waned a bit.
He's just gonna
With
be
the
dumbed down to
characters.
just a He just laughs at everything.
Because the smart
He
show
doesn't talk
He's
anymore.
set up for a kid's show,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Clone
stuff
Wars,
around
like-
happening around him isn't.
If they were smart, they would have really taken each one of the Bad Batch characters, and throughout the season, the fluff really should have been character development for each character.
Yeah.
Take an episode for Wrecker, take an episode for Tech, which they kind of did multiple times, take an episode for Hunter. Give us their motivations, their weaknesses, and then help them grow throughout the season.
Yeah.
So that would have been way better fluff than just, Omega, we're following you to the ends of the earth, and
Right.
there's no character development
gonna
here.
get
It's
us
just you're
killed 20 times
fantastic,
over.
or Fee, or whatever.
Yeah.
It was dumb. They could have really done a fantastic job. And if
Yeah.
they do moving forward, like for season 3, which there's probably going to be,
Maybe.
maybe,
Depending on the backlash.
right.
I mean, I don't. They better not do it if they're just settling them down.
Right?
I don't
Yeah.
want to see a whole 13.
Okay, so yeah, like the season
12
3.
episodes or 16 episodes of Wrecker fishing and laughing randomly.
See, if they do a season 3 and they make the Bad Batch stay at Pabu, then move on to like Echo and Rex.
Right.
Like that's what we want to see. That's what this show should have been the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some more comments here.
Yep.
We got
Phil.
Wrecker's a gentle giant. Yeah, true. Which he's still likable. It's just more the
Yeah.
way they're handling him.
He's got his moments where he's like
See,
extremely useful. And
like,
he's
yeah.
done these cool things and
and he says it's a character trope. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's no character growth from
Yeah.
there's no brains inside the guy.
No, it's like a peanut.
Except for explosives. That was the only funny thing when he was like
Yeah.
an expert on explosives.
And season 7 of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate heights. That's pretty much the only character development we've
Yeah,
got
but
with
he's
him.
not getting any better.
No.
It's like literally every time he's up high, he's like,
Yeah. Like he actually
It's like he needs to fall
and like
and
confront his fear.
survive and then be like, oh, yeah, that wasn't that bad.
I'm afraid of heights and I don't want to do that though. So I understand why.
You need to fall.
I'm
I'm going
not
to push
doing
you
it.
off a
I'm not doing
building
it.
someday.
and I'll die. Thanks.
I don't
No,
mind
you'll just get really, really hurt.
You
Thanks.
could do some
Inside
bungee
and
jumping,
outside.
Dustin.
No, I'm
Bungee
not
jumping.
doing that, dude. Nope.
Base
Nope.
jumping.
Only if we get 1 million
we
subscribers.
doing
a
bungee
billion
jumping?
subscribers.
A billion.
If we get 1 billion subscribers, I
we're
will
going to
bungee
bungee jump.
What do you think has a higher chance of failure, bungee jumping or base jumping?
Base jumping.
What's
Base
base
jumping.
jumping?
It's you literally you take a parachute and jump off.
throw
and-
it.
Just
Instant
Off
throw
a
it.
cliff or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather bungee.
It's also highly.
I mean,
illegal.
when you need a lot of training to do that. You
Yeah.
ain't just going up on a cliff doing that.
Well,
unless
and,
you're
like-
looking, unless you're suicidal, I guess.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Unless you
But
have a
at that
death
point,
wish.
you wouldn't have the parachute.
Yeah, no, that's the thing is like, it's literally a 50-50 chance. Like they'll be just
Yeah.
crazy gusts of wind,
Right.
and they'll
Yeah.
literally
Take you off.
like go whoop, and then back right into the cliff face.
Yeah, that would be
And it's
crazy.
like, yeah, you're just asking for trouble. At
You're
that
done.
Wow.
Dunzo.
Yeah, I'm-
Hondo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
Back to the Bad Batch though. I'd say Wrecker is more useful than
He
like
can.
Hunter.
He is. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
'cause,
Well,
like,
that's what.
I
even-
in his
really liked
moments.
Hunter starting off, but like they gave him nothing this
Yeah.
entire season, like literally nothing.
Yeah.
Wrecker at least has done a ton of stuff, and he's very useful.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
Phil
yeah.
Phil touched on that.
Did he?
Touching
Okay,
on
sorry.
all
He says
over it.
Hunter's losing his relevance, and it's
Yep.
like it's true.
100%.
He's supposed to be the
Hondo.
captain, the leader.
Yeah, but Omega's kind of
But nah.
taking over.
well, Omega just blew up everybody else's roles.
Yeah,
Because
And he
now
touches
she
on
has
that
to
too,
be
yeah.
the smart one. Yeah, Hunter's losing his relevance. Omega, the forced in kid
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, 100%.
the unnecessary
Forced
kid
in
character.
one that no one wanted.
Right, and
Yeah.
creating problems so that she can solve them, as opposed to the Bad
Right.
Batch solving them. Creating
And never learning from him
planets
either.
to go to so that she can develop relationships with
Yeah.
other kids. That's fine for an episode or two, but not an entire season, almost season and a half, really.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
You take away the 5 or so good episodes in the 2 seasons that actually focus on what the Bad Batch can do, which mostly is crosshair. You got Omega fluff, and it's
Right.
the Omega show, and it got old after like 1 episode. We're like, we get what they're doing.
Yeah.
Please don't keep doing this.
And
then
they did. They're like, oh man,
10 times
this is
over.
a safe bet. And then they're like, oh, we made a mistake.
Yeah, well, they made her a Mary Sue. That's the biggest
Yeah.
problem. Like,
Except
she-
for in this episode,
Yeah,
she does
well,
have to learn a few
yeah,
things
she's
with
but
flying.
she's still incredibly good at it.
Yeah, but she's not perfect.
Well, yeah,
Which
okay.
is
Well,
good.
Wow,
she should have
yeah.
crashed.
It's not
them. She should have
Like-
crashed the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
She should have
It's-
died.
It's not a day and night difference,
I'm gonna
but
keep
it is
bringing it up.
a slight difference. To
Unless
the
we're-
Mary Sue character.
Unless we're playing right into their trap and
Right.
they want us to hate Omega, and then they're gonna turn her into a villain,
The bad. Yeah.
Right?
and then we actually still hate her, and then that's the perfect villain.
Maybe
It's the perfect
she'll.
villain.
Elia Kane.
She's
They
not
could still write
redeemable.
her and change. They could still change things and make her the role
Die?
that she needs to be. It's
Yeah.
still salvageable.
It is.
It's just annoying.
It's just
that-
painful.
She needs to-
Like this
she
is
needs to
painful
grow
to
up.
get there. If
right.
they're
Like
doing
Ahsoka was a little annoying in the first season.
Yeah, but see, I feel like it didn't drag on this far.
No,
Right.
It was
No,
one
Ahsoka
season,
got
and then
way
already
better.
then she grew up.
Well, and
Yeah.
she was a Jedi. You know, like her being awesome and doing things
Going off
made
on
really
her own a
well
little more.
made more sense. You know,
Yeah.
because she could use the Force, and she was being trained by Anakin. You know what I mean? So whereas
All
this is
Omega.
like the Bad Batch, who don't know how to be the Bad Batch, are training her, which is really just
Right.
tech.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and where are we going with this? You haven't given us any reason to make her special. The only special thing about her is that she's
She's
an
a clone.
original clone,
An unaltered clone that's
unaltered,
somehow changed.
a female.
Yeah, into a female.
So definitely an
Pretty
altered
sure
clone.
that's alteration.
Yeah,
Pretty
For sure.
That's literally the
you
definition
can't have that.
of alteration.
yeah.
My thing is,
There's
that-
a difference.
the other
people.
reason I get annoyed is because it's not like they don't know how to do animation.
Right.
Right.
They have 7 seasons of Clone Wars, which is phenomenal to watch.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
So good. And then you've got
and Rebels.
Rebels, another
Yeah,
4. You got
sorry.
11 seasons of,
Stop
and then you
stealing
got
thunder.
what was the thing we saw earlier this year or last year, Nick, that you liked? Filoni wrote them all mostly.
Oh, the
Tales of the Jedi.
Tales of the Jedi. Yeah.
That
It's
was
animated.
amazing.
They know how to do great animated, and there have been, in this season, there have been some amazing
Yeah.
outposts, and so it exists. So
Even
why,
the Visions. Visions was good too.
Yeah, Visions was there.
Some of them were like, yeah,
play
I didn't need
active-ish.
to watch that. And then others were like, why is there not a whole show of this?
Yes.
Like, come on.
One Hondo.
This is the 21st century.
so that's where it just it's
Exactly.
even more
That's
like
exactly
kicking
why.
the person while they're down, because
Yeah.
you're like, you don't have to give us garbage.
Yeah.
You could give us something absolutely brilliant, and maybe this will wrap up in a brilliant way, and Omega dies.
Hopefully. we can
But
hope.
then,
Slip
in
that
some
one
ways,
in
it'd be
there.
like, well, this was a waste of a show.
Yeah,
then.
and
Yeah.
you're like, why did we even have to follow
I'd
her? 'Cause
rather
it's not
see her
she-
go to the dark side.
Yeah, I would rather see her go dark or evil or something like
Yeah.
Elia Kane.
anything.
Or tortured.
Siocin
Or
said Rex and the other clones were such a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
It felt very OG Clone Wars. Also, so good to see Hauser again.
Right?
Yeah, that was cool. Those
Yeah,
callbacks
those
are
were
fun.
so cool. That's quality.
That's what the whole show should have been.
Yeah, we keep saying that.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
so true.
Now we're beating a dead horse, but in a good way.
Oh, that was the dead horse sound.
I thought that was a donkey.
It's horrible.
It's not very good. Okay.
You,
What am
shouldn't
I
be a
doing?
writer.
What am I doing?
What are we all doing?
Look, I think.
What
I'm,
are you doing?
Hang on. I think we might be
Oh.
having some technical difficulties.
Excellent connection again?
Did we lose?
We blipped and we're back.
We
We're
blipped.
blipped. We're back. Back.
Are we?
We time
Are we
traveled.
back?
All right. Did
Don't be
they-
freaking us out like
Did,
that.
did they miss? Well, I think they might have missed a little bit, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's
We're good,
the
we're
Bad
good, we're
Batch. It's
good.
not that important. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah, good episode though. This was a solid
It was
episode. We're
solid,
still
yeah.
ripping things apart, but this episode for the season was fantastic.
Well,
Yeah.
we've been ripping apart.
We're
the
ripping
rest
apart
of the season.
the
It wasn't
previous,
really this
yeah.
episode
yeah,
so much.
for sure.
It's like when you get this, you're like, you're so happy that you got it, but then you're like,
Yeah.
this. Why didn't we get this every time?
You're like, why did it take so long
They're
for me to get
making us
this?
really enjoy when we get good stuff.
Right.
It almost makes it more annoying for the rest of the
It
season.
does.
You're like,
Yeah.
seriously, we could have had this the whole time.
Right.
Yeah, that's
we
why
got
we ripped
got
it apart.
buffering. Sorry about the buffer there, but we're sometimes when we hit the 2-hour mark, we get
Yeah.
buffering.
We should probably wrap it up
Yeah.
real quick.
But there's been
Wrap it up.
it's been a lot going on tonight. This is and next week is not going to be any less because we have 2 episodes of the Bad Batch
Yeah.
Which is the
And-
season finale.
and
Hopefully
episode 5.
they
Maybe
don't-
Mando will be short. Watch, Mando will be an hour and a half, and then Mando and then the Bad Batches will each be an hour.
And
might
a
as
lot
well
of
just call off
fluff.
work the next day.
And a
Yeah,
lot of
right.
fluff.
We might as well stay up from the night before Thursday, watch Mando,
You meet
Yep.
Tuesday.
go live, Tuesday and then
Tuesday,
Wednesday, and then later we can come back and watch Bad Batch.
Yep. Bodin.
Bodin.
Just jump back.
All right, so let's rate the Bad Batch, and then we got to get out of here.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say this week's episode. I'd say probably 4.5 for me.
Wow. Yeah.
4.5 for
This is out of 5.
out of 5. Yeah,
Yep.
out of 5. Yep. What about
Yeah,
you?
I would say a 4, a solid 4.
Solid 4.
It's a lot better than last week's, and
Yeah.
it's pretty much basically it's the inclusion of other clones. It
Yeah,
really
that
sent
was
it over
fun.
for me.
Yeah, that's fun. What about you, Matt?
I'm gonna go with a 4 1/4.
Ooh.
All right,
All right. What about you, Dan?
Yeah, I'm going 4 1/4 too.
nice.
4 1/4 too.
What about you, a fact checker?
Quarter 2.
I'll say 4.
All
Yeah.
right.
Oh man,
Solid.
Wrong.
bringing us down again.
Incorrect.
I said 4.
Oh, you're wrong.
Really?
Too.
Dude,
Really?
this show is like, yeah. I take into account all the previous episodes, so
Yeah.
that's why my scores are usually low.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
ranking it specifically by the episode. And the other thing that I kind of liked was, well, we predicted it that they were gonna have to rescue. Well, I thought that she was gonna
Yeah.
get captured, and then they were gonna have to rescue her, and then
Yeah.
in doing
You were
so,
close. You were close.
they were gonna have to rescue Crosshair. But now they conveniently found out that it wasn't really convenient. Actually, it made sense for the fact that Echo and Rex found the information
And
that
the
they
way
needed
they
on that
did
ship.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it
And-
was off like another channel or whatever.
Yeah,
They're an old channel or something like that.
and there's a lot to Mount Tantus, so I hope they do more with Mount Tantus than just like name dropping it and using it like barely.
Do you
Yeah.
think the summit will be at Mount Tantus? The next week it's
Yeah.
going to be the
Maybe.
summit. It's called
Oh, and
the
we saw
summit.
Tarkin. That was cool. I
Tarkin
like
was
seeing
cool,
Tarkin.
yeah. But I think the summit is going to be there with Tarkin, maybe Palpatine going over what he's got going
Papa
on at
Helps.
Tantus.
That would be
All
good.
of a sudden, the Bad Batch shows up. They're like, wait a second. They brought Omega to us at Mount Tantus.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the Bad Batch is
stupid.
like, yes, we will take Crosshair if you will take Omega.
Right?
Yes.
Fair trade.
This is a-
Fair
Fair
trade.
trade.
or just leave her back on Pabu. Like, we don't
Yeah.
need her for this final mission,
No.
to be
Yeah.
honest.
So that's probably what they're gonna try and do, and then she's gonna like stow away.
Yep.
Or it's
And then
gonna be
she's going to
like-
get captured.
I think
she's gonna get
yeah,
captured, but then she's gonna still win the day at the end
somehow,
somehow,
some way.
some way.
I think if they bring Omega, that Crosshair will just say, "Nope, I'm gonna stay here and get
Yep.
tortured."
Yeah, no, I'd rather be here, guys.
She's like, Crosshair, it's me from the corridor.
And then he just
he pulls out a pistol.
Yeah.
Oh, other way.
Yeah,
got it. You
that's
got it.
better.
That way.
I just love Crosshair's brutal, like, just boom, you're
His-
gone.
His
Right.
voice
Picking
and
people
everything.
off.
All right.
yeah.
Even like half completely dazed, he was still on target more than every stormtrooper in the original trilogy.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It's just funny. He's so good.
And/or learn from Crosshair to shoot first and ask questions.
Yeah,
later.
right. He was good, people.
He was good people.
He was good.
That Andor.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. I think the next 2 episodes are going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't
They
screw
should
them up. But with Mount Tantus, the summit, they could do a lot of cool things. Who's
I
wrote
was
the next
looking
2?
for that, but I haven't found it yet. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll touch upon it next week. I bet it's probably going to be a Filoni.
It's gonna be
Like-
or the gal that did the other good ones.
Right. Yeah.
The main,
What's her name?
The main. She's been writing all the good storylines.
Yeah, for
Mm.
sure.
So I can't
But
even
yeah.
find who wrote this one. So
Hopefully they end it strong. Not the greatest season so far, but there have been brief moments that we've really enjoyed.
Yeah.
This episode was definitely
Yeah.
one of them.
Plan 99. So they got Plan 88. And next week's Plan 99.
I wonder what Plan 99 is.
They already did Plan 66, am I right?
Yeah.
Order 66?
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Yeah, I know. You're just trying to be funny.
It's interesting. So I don't know. Silesin said, I'm sorry, Phil Jr. said the next Mando episode's 40 minutes.
He
I
heard.
basically 10
Yeah.
minutes longer than this one. So
Oh,
we're
well,
gonna
that's
be
good.
in for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
we
good
want
with
more
that.
of Mando.
We want more Mando.
Assuming
as
it's
it's good.
not fluff.
It's
Yeah.
probably going to be Navarro.
And Silesin
It's got to be.
is out for the night. Thanks, Silesin,
Yeah.
for tuning in.
We're-
All the
yeah, we're about
content.
to end
We're
it,
about
too.
to-
Another great stream. See you lads next week.
Dinbo.
Jimbo.
Dinbo.
Yeah,
Or
we got another
Bodin,
convert,
Dinbo,
yes.
Bodin, whatever works for you.
Yeah, thanks for commenting. Thanks for
Debo.
Debo. Yeah, so that pretty much wraps up tonight's episode of Stay on Target. Thank you for everybody who's been here the whole time. We really appreciate all of you and for all the conversation we've been having. It's been fun. It's been real. Nick,
I'll read what Phil wrote.
Oh, go
and
ahead.
then we'll end it.
Okay. sounds good.
Until next time, Bodin.
Bodin. All right. Don't forget,
Yeah.
tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies, and we will see you next week. Same time, same place.
Ching, ching,
Ching, ching, ching, ching,
Just
ching, ching,
don't
ching.
just
What
don't
would-
come to
What'd you say,
this
fact checker?
place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll be back
Maybe Tuesday.
maybe Tuesday.
No
Stay
guarantees.
tuned. We really enjoyed that conversation. That was really fun. So
That's
we
good
might
stuff.
do it again.
That was fun.
Just depends on if the stars and the moon align, and we'll
Yep.
be back. But we're
Yeah.
pumped. We're excited. But keep your eyes out for our more videos to come.
Yep.
And fun speculation and fun talk next week. All right. We'll see you then. Ching 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 ching.
Dinbo Bodin, this is the way.
Dinbo Bodin.
Dinbo.
This is the word.
This is the
Dinbo.
word.
See you next week.
Morgan Freeman.
Do it.